All right, testing. All right, hopefully the sound system. I got a new sound set up here. Hopefully you guys can hear me a little bit better than I have been in the past. We'll see how this goes. Trying it out. How's it coming in? Sound pretty good? Sound same as always, different. You guys can hear me? Give me a heads up on that. Hopefully you can hear me. Yes, we can hear you. All right, Troy. Sounds good. Not sure if it's going to sound any better than it did previously, but probably overspent to try to make it sound a little bit better, but hopefully it'll work. I'm going to go grab my beer and we'll get started. Be right back. All right. Got a little risky. Going to be trying a new beer tonight. Hopefully it goes well. We'll see how this goes tonight. And I like a good amber beer. I do not like a bad amber beer. And I never had this one before. But in Pittsburgh, there's a company called Cinderlands that gets a lot of really good reviews. And I was like, you know what? Let's give it a try. Let's see how it goes. And so that's what we're going to do. All right, getting some giveaways organized real quick right now, and then we'll jump in it. I did put a grab bag out there. All right. Some good stuff. Good stuff, good stuff. All right, guys. These over here. That. So let me grab this. That. One of each of these. All right, guys. Well, happy Friday, guys. There's nothing better than Friday, except when my Pirates don't blow a game to the Phillies. Holy cow, I don't know how that happened. Alright. So, this is the beer I'm going to be trying tonight. It's got my groundhog little birthday mascot on it. It's called Easy Course, and it's amber by Cinderland. So we'll try this, see how it goes. Alright, I like it. Like I said, it's always a little bit risky. Never had that one before, but I like it. Mikey likes it. It's a little deeper, darker flavor than maybe I should drink this time of the year, I would say. But, I'm not sure, but prefer to. But I'm liking it. Alright, let me get some gloves. Hope everybody's doing well. Alright. Like I said, I got a new sound bar for my sound here. Hopefully it'll sound a little bit better at least than what we were working with previously. Alright, as always, if you bought 5 or more spots, you're going to get something in the mail. 5 or more spots something guaranteed to come your way in the mail. Tonight, you're going to get a pack of 2025 Score football, a pack of 1991 Parkhurst hockey, a USA hobby pack of USA football from Upper Deck, a little Donruss basketball 24-25 Gravity, and a little Donruss baseball 2025 Gravity. All right. Then, let's check out the upgrade we're going to be talking about here if you decided to buy 10 or more spots. How about a Jumbo Illusions basketball pack? That's right, the little Illusions Jumbo basketball pack, 21, 22. One of the Score 2025 football packs, a little Hidden Treasures hockey 2025, 2026, or 2005, 2006, I should say. A little Donruss football Gravity 2025, and a little Bowman baseball 2021. All right. So that'll be coming your way as long as you bought 10 or more spots. And then you'll automatically at least get something if you bought 5 or more. All right, guys, what up? We got some messing around. Oh, Troy, he pulling it. We're used to it. I think people over worry about it at this point. They should just plan on him not being there, and then if he's there, he gets the job. And because basically, you got two inexperienced guys that have never thrown a preseason pass, and then you've got Mason Rudolph, and then you've got Aaron Rodgers. All right, guys. Cheers to everybody. I mute you anyway, so jeez. Yikes. They had some bangers. Charles in charge. All right. Hopefully the sound sounds good. All right. So, as always, if you're new, I got to make one quick change update on the site. This will take me 33 seconds to do, and then we'll be back in action here. No, that's the 29th. We are live. And join here. Copy the YouTube break link. All right, put that link in the insert that guy. All right. Perfect. Now we should be set. All right, so here we are. If you're new here, welcome. This is dad-breaks.com. We always post our upcoming schedule. Try to get some Tuesday breaks. I am traveling pretty much every week the rest of the school year. I also work in education, K-12 education. I work for a cyber charter school in the state of Pennsylvania, and I have worked, I pretty much have the entire state that I cover. So there's no county in the state of Pennsylvania I've never been. So once in a while I'm traveling. It's a busy travel. We've got a lot of state testing and then end of the year celebrations that we've got going on here. So I'm on the road during the week the next few weeks here. But try to get some Tuesday breaks here coming up for us in the month of June then, just like we had here this past Tuesday. But here's our upcoming break schedule. Break every Friday the next 3 Fridays. We have spots available. A lot of it you're going to see is sold out, but I'll go through what's out there. We'll go over the grab bag here in a little bit. Baseball, this is a 3-box break. It's 1 autographed bat and 2 autographed baseballs. We have the Diamondbacks, the Guardians, the Dodgers, the Brewers, the Twins, the A's, the Pittsburgh Pirates. All right, those teams still available in the bat and 2-ball break. In the Gold Rush, this is 1 Gold Rush autographed mini helmet and 2 jersey breaks. So 3-box break. We have the Falcons, the Saints, and the Seahawks. Falcons, Saints, and Seahawks. So just looking at some NFC teams there. Baseball, this is by division. So you're going to get all 5 divisions in your break here. AL East and AL Central are available. Hockey, we have this by division, just the Pacific. Everything else is sold out for the hockey division. And then batting helmet. This is a full-size autographed baseball batting helmet and jersey, and it's paired up. And we have just the Nationals and the Cubs, Nationals and Cubs available. Everything else sold out. Then we have a grab bag. So this grab bag is loaded, and specifically, it's going to have an autographed Giannis 11 by 14 photo. That's right, Giannis autograph. Just this one right here, autographed 11 by 14 photo. Someone's going to get that. Someone's going to get a Gold Rush value pack. We're going to have three people get an autographed 8 by 10 Multi-sport could be any sport. Two people are going to get autographed baseballs. And then we have some additional spots that are out there: single football, single baseball jersey, and then the two baseball one bat break that was a hit parade eBay break as well. Rockies and Rays. So these are the grab bag spots that are out there, and like I said, the Giannis, pretty sweet. I'll show you what that looks like. Give me a second to go grab that. The Giannis, and it is an 11 by 14. I have it in a larger thing for now, but 11 by 14. There's a look at the autographed Giannis photo, and it is JSA on the authentication. All right, guys, let's have some fun. The Greek Freak. All right. Let's start tonight out with our. I'm trying to think the best way to go. Let's start it out in our divisional breaks. All right. Let's start it out in our divisional breaks. I will have to fill in the baseball, so hopefully we fill out those baseball spots and hockey. So we filled out the basketball. The hockey's sold out now, so just baseball and just have the AL East and AL Central available in baseball. So if you want to get in on the action for that. But all things said, let's get things started. You guys are going to put in the chat one major league. I can't do the baseball stuff yet because the spots are still out there through, the site or the grab bag there, Charles. All right, give me one NFL division. One NFL division. For the mini helmet, we have box 3 as our placeholder. We also have box number 6 as a possibility. 3 and 6 are possibilities here. All right, so 3 and 6. Thomas, you're always welcome to email me something. All right, guys, 3 and 6. 3 and 6. One time. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 times. Box 3. It's the guy that's out there. The one you guys see on the screen is the one we're going to use in our break tonight. All right. So, all of that said, I want to welcome to you. We have a new breaker with us tonight in this break. That is going to be Scott. Welcome, Scott. But first things first, James. And you guys are going to put in the chat a division. I like to give me a division. If you guess correctly, get a chance at a box of mystery here. We've got James with the AFC East, David, the AFC North and the AFC South, Scott, the AFC West, Jeff, the NFC East, Troy, the NFC North, Chris, the NFC South, and Zack Attack has the NFC West. What up, Jake the Snake in the house? All right, guys. No more guesses. No more guesses. Let's get a little beer juice out there. A little beer juice. All right. All right. A little magic. A little Fitz magic in the love here. All right. Well, I had a couple box cutters earlier, and now I don't know where either one of them are. Seriously? Just had 2 box cutters here a moment ago. That's bizarre. All right, give me 1 second. Let me grab a new box cutter. I just have 2 of them right here in my hand. Don't know where they put one. Got 2 of them a moment ago. Hello, Dave. Where did you put your box cutter? All right, guys. Box 3, sealed up all the way around. We're going to give it a cut right here. See what we got? One division, one box. Let's go. Good luck, everybody. Charlene, I got you in there. Oh. We have a specialty helmet. Specialty helmet. And guess what? Our new breaker actually got the hit. It is a salute to service. Salute to service. And that is a Chargers hit. That's JSA. Not sure the signature. I'm not sure if that's the former linebacker, early 2000s, 2001 draft pick, Sean Merriman. Is that Merriman? All right, JSA. All right, let me go take a look at the authentication. JSA. We've got WB552146. It is Sean Merriman. Look at me. Sean Merriman. All right. Sean Merriman, that is going to go to the AFC West, and that is Scott. Scott, first time breaker. Here we go. Congrats, Scott. Right, Scott. All right. And then that is a salute to service helmet. All right, Scott, congratulations. All right. Now, for the guesses, if you had the AFC West, your name is going to get added to a little notepad I have here. So, AFC West. And that's Greg. I see you, Greg. I've got you. Who else is going to be in here? AFC West. That's it. Let me know if I missed anybody, but the only person I'm seeing here is Scott. Or Greg with the correct guess. Yeah, if I missed you, let me know. But we're going to jump in. If you like the division you guessed, stick with it because we're going to get right into things with a full-size football. Full-size football. 2 is on the table, and we have 7. 2 and 7. All right, thanks, Thomas. 2 and 7 for our full-size football here. 2 and 7. My poker hand. There's 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 times. All right, box 2, the one that's out there sticking with what's good. All right, David, you have the AFC East. Richard, the AFC North. David, the AFC South. Richard, the AFC West. Daniel, the NFC East. David, the NFC North. Chris, the NFC South. And the Zack Attack has the NFC West. All right, guys, calling it here. No more guesses. If you want to stick with what you had, make sure you put it out there because I'm calling it. No more guesses. All right, box 2. Little Fitzmagic dust on that. Sealed up all the way around. Looking good. One cut. There's another. Miami Dolphin hit. And, well, look at this. We saw him on a mini helmet the other night. How about tonight? We're going to pull a Ricky Williams. Ricky Williams on a football here. Ricky Williams, AFC East. AFC East. That's Ricky. Run, Ricky, run. David. David, you're going to get a Ricky Williams autographed football. What up, Vlad? You said the phone is my sound messing up, or what's up, Jeff? All right, so AFC East were the guesses. Nobody with an AFC East guess here. All right, nobody with an AFC East guess. That's a surprise. All right, look at the flip bar right there. And then again, this is going to be JSA authentication. Oh, your phone screwed up? I'm sorry. It's not anything I did, is it? It's not because of the break or anything? All right, guys, give me 1 second here. We still have in the baseball break the AL Central. AL Central. So I'm going to go in. I'm going to give everybody a moment. If anybody wants to go grab that spot, the AL Central still available. I'm just going to go in and grab a couple spots that are still out there that are fill in the spots that we're taking here in our divisional guesses, though, our divisional spots. So that these are locked and loaded, as I say. All right, so I'm just marking this down here. All right. We have the East. Who grabbed the East? The AL East went to Mike, I believe. It is. Thanks, Mike. Hope you're well. Who grabbed the Southeast? I gotta put that in. Southeast, that's in the basketball one. The Southeast went to Matt. Matt, welcome back. And then in our hockey, the Pacific, let's see who grabbed the Pacific. That is Mr. Sweeney. What up, Thomas? All right. Well, we'll skip the baseball. We'll skip baseball for now. We'll come back to it, hopefully. Still got the Central. Oh, let's see. Still got the Central out there if anybody's interested in that. But we'll go into our full-size basketball. Full-size basketball, guys. Go ahead, give me an NBA division. Put that in the chat. One NBA division. Have box 1 on the table. I know I have another box in here. Box 5. 1 and 5. All right, 1 and 5 possibilities here. 1 and 5. 1 is the placeholders. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 times. Box 5. Let's swap that and grab box number 5. All right, so coming on here, box 5. Adios, numero uno. All right, guys. In our basketball break, we got Matthew with the Atlantic. Jeff has the Central. Matt has the Southeast. Kelsey the Northwest. Charlene has the Pacific. And Greg, the Southwest. All right, guys. I'm going to call no more guesses, guys. No more guesses. All right, let's open up this basketball. See what we're pulling. See if we can get a heater. A heater. All right. Box 5 is out there. Let's get a good luck basketball.com. Box 5 right there. Sealed up. Looking good. Gonna rip it, and then we'll see what we got. There's a team basketball here. Oh, no way. We have a monster hit. Holy cow. We have what would be equivalent to a headliner. How about an insane hit? We have a Wilson, Minnesota Timberwolves, Kevin Garnett. Oh, baby. KG right there. Kevin Garnett. Boom. Boom. That's a huge hit. That is a Northwest hit for Kelsey. Kelsey with a monster pull. An absolute monster going out to the Northwest with Kelsey with Kevin Garnett. Look at that KG. All right. Northwest for the guess. Northwest. Well, nobody wants to guess these correct tonight. By the way, if you're having a little fun or looking to change your luck, hit that like button. I don't see any Northwest guesses, but I do see a happy Kelsey. Boom. Congrats, Kelsey. And that is JSA on your authentication. What the heck? All right. It's a puck night. It's puck night. Go ahead and give me an NHL division. NHL division. Let me grab the pucks that we have. We have puck 55, 83, and 96. 55, 83, and 96. Still have that AL Central spot. If somebody grabs it, I will give them their choice. They can go left or right. Whoever grabs that baseball spot's going to get a Bowman Mega Box Chrome exclusive pack. All right, and they'll be able to go left or right for that. But it's a Bowman Baseball Box Chrome exclusive pack. Whoever buys that last spot. 55, 83, or 96. Like I said, whoever buys that baseball spot will get that. There's 3, there's 4, 5, 6, and 7 times. Box 96. Fuck yeah. Take 55 and 83 off the board. 96 looking strong. With the quacker. All right, give me that NHL division. Go ahead, put it in. All right, last call on the guesses. Thomas with the Atlantic, Daniel the Metro, David the Central, and Thomas the Pacific. All right, guys, no more guesses. Good luck, everybody. Let's go. Quack, quack. Bucks 96. 96. Looking good. All right, secondary seal on both sides. Well, there we go. What is this? An official game puck. I don't know the logo. I know the signature. The logo I don't know. I still can't figure this out. But we have Mark Scheifele. Mark Scheifele But I don't know that logo. Official game puck, 10 years, 2011 to 2021. What is that logo supposed to be? Is that an arena? An alternative logo? For 2011, I guess it'd be. Is that the Jets? I mean, it has to be. Is that when the Jets moved? I mean, he was a 2011 draft pick too. So is that the year that they moved? The Jets moved. Either way, he's played his whole career with them. Yeah, the whole career. Shifley, Mark Shifley. All right, so that's a Jets hit. Either way, and Jets are going to be out there. That is the Central. That's David. David, congratulations. Mark Shifley on an official game puck. I just never saw that logo before from the Jets. Unless it's the Jet logo with the X over it, and that's why it doesn't look familiar. That might be what it is. All right, guys. Central, David, you got the hit and the guess. Jeff has the guess. Troy with the guess. Tom has the guess. All right, those are the names I'm adding: David, Jeff, Troy, Tom. And I think someone came in and bought that spot that I was looking for baseball. So let me see who that might have been. And it was David. All right, David. Got the hit. No, maybe the Central is your spot. Thank you, David. Maybe the Central will be a lucky thing for you here. All right, David. You're going to tell me left or right. Left or right, David. You're going to get a little bonus love here. So left or right, as promised, for buying that last pack. David, go ahead and make a selection. I know you're having trouble with your phone. Make a selection, left or right. This or that. And we know it's going to be this baseball jersey. It's actually the last one I have from this series. So it's box 5. That one's the one we're going to use. Right it is. Left it isn't. Just went out of here. All right, so a little bonus prism pack for you here, David. Let's see if we can go down here. No. All right. Can you hear me? Hopefully it's all working smoothly. All right. We had it freeze for a second there. All right, David, you're going to be happy. Look at this. C.J. Abrams rookie, or his rookie refractor right there. C.J. Abrams, rookie. Jose Tina. How about a Robert Hassel out of 225? A short print Robert Hassel out of 225. Nice couple of nice Padre rookies. Christopher Morel. He was in the lineup tonight with the Marlins. Christopher Morel, Bowman first, refractor, and Jose Salas, former huge prospect for the Marlins. All right. Not a bad bonus pack, David. Beautiful C.J. Abrams. All right, guys. Box 5. Box 5 for our baseball here. Go ahead. Give me a baseball division. baseball division. Put that in the chat if you haven't already. I'm going to refresh this. Hopefully it'll show David's name out there now. No, maybe not. But David, you have AL Central. It's just not going to give us the refresher. Nope. But David, you have AL Central. All right, guys. Giving me a baseball division. Box 5, last one from this series. The new series are actually like a brown box. At least currently, RSA changes their boxes faster than Mr. Rogers changed his shoes and his sweater. All right, box 5. We have Mike with the AL East, David the AL Central, Paul the AL West, Charles aka Chuck the NL East, Jeff the NL Central, and the Zack Attack the NL West. All right, I'm calling no more guesses. Good luck, everybody. Let's get Ping Pong Forest out there. All right, box 5. There's our seal right there, all the way around. A little banged up. It was the bottom of the box, the case. We're going to cut it up, see what we got. Good luck, everyone. Box 5. We have Gary Sheffield, and how about this? A Miami Marlin. Miami Marlin, Gary Sheffield. This is going to be an NL East. NL East. Gary Sheffield. Gary Sheffield. And that's going to the NL East. That's going to Chuck. Chuck, NL East, Gary Sheffield, Marlins jersey. Don't pull a ton of Marlins mem, but we do tonight. A little Gary Sheffield love. And most notably, that's a team he played more games with than any other team in a 7 to 10 team career. All right. Gary Sheffield. One day he's going to make the Hall of Fame, I think. I don't know if it'll be in his lifetime or our lifetime, but I think one day his stats will put him in there. Beautiful swing, I'll say that. It was it was all in the wrist. All right. NL East. Jose. Got you in there, Jose. Who else has the NL East? NL East. I'm gonna have Thomas. NL East. George, the NL East. And I think that's everybody. All right, so we're adding Jose, Thomas, and George. Jose, Thomas, and George. All right. I'm going to put 4 boxes out there. I'm going to have 3 people get a hit. 3 people. I'm going to step it up a little here, though. All right, so I'm going to step things up. There's going to be some good stuff. Everything out there, good stuff. Even the whammy's a good stuff whammy. All right, so we'll have some good stuff out there. Even a whammy. All right. Let's put some put a hobby pack, some hobby pack in there. All right, guys. I have some good stuff here. All right, we're going to have rose gold, silver, gold, and we'll have the golden egg. All right. Top 3 names going to get a box of mystery here. Top 3 names getting a box. Here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 times. Greg, Jose, and Tom Ross. Greg, Jose, and Tom Ross, you're each going to get a box of mystery. Congratulations, guys. Again, Greg, Jose, and Mr. Ross. First come, first serve. Go ahead and make your selections. Tom's going with the egg. We have Greg and Jose to make a selection still. All right, Greg is going with the rose gold. That's going to leave Jose. Silver or gold for Jose? Silver or gold for Jose? Gotta get a selection here from Jose, and then we'll check it out. All right, did we lose Jose? Maybe Mr. Martinez left. I'm gonna give him 10 seconds, and then I'm gonna let Thomas make the selection for him. So we'll count it down: 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Do we have a no way, Jose? All right. What up, Jeff? All right. Sorry if I select for me. I'm behind too. All right. So, all right, we'll have Thomas pick for you. Thomas, go ahead and make a selection for Jose. That's awesome. Charles in charge. All right, silver for Jose. So nobody got the gold box. All right, nobody went with the golden box. The golden box had a pack of Topps Hobby Pack 2026 baseball. So no one went with the Topps Hobby Pack. That's okay. Thomas picked for Jose a pack of Chronicles Baseball 2021. All right, Thomas, you got Jose, a little Thomas. All right, so this is for Jose. So the Chronicles 2021 pack. All right. There's a rookie of Leody Taveras, a Juan Soto, an overdrive of Vlad Jr., nice looking Vlad Jr. overdrive, a Joe Adell rookie, Joe Adell Crusade Prism, and going to end it on a Tanner Houck from the Boston Red Sox. All right. Those will be coming Jose's way. All right. Then we have the rose gold to Greg. Greg, you went with the rose gold. Inside of the rose gold is the whammy. But not all whammies create equal because you just got a Ronald McDonald birthday Funko Pop. That's right. This Ronald McDonald icon is coming your way. And this was courtesy of Justin. Justin, thank you for sending that. Great. Congrats. A little Funko Pop love. All right, last but not least, Tom, you got a good one here. You've got a Leaf Trinity Mega Box. There is one patch and two steel cards. So one memorabilia and two steel cards in here. Let's see what you're getting. All right, here's your pack. Let's see if we can get you some short prints. All right. How about a Walker Jenkins? Walker Jenkins to start things off. Your Walker Jenkins is out of 290. Out of 290. Short print Walker Jenkins to 290 on your steel. How about a Justin Crawford, Philadelphia Philly Justin Crawford steel card? And that is out of 49. Just 49. That is number 21 of 49. A short print Justin Crawford and Walker Jenkins. And then how about a Charlie Condon? Charlie Condon, memorabilia card. A little memorabilia there. Charlie Condon. Kyle Teal. Miguel Cabrera. Brandon Sproat. Peter Rose. Roman Anthony. Slade Caldwell. And Kobe. Put a little mayo on that because he's going yard. All right, nice pack, Tom. Mr. Ross, those cards coming your way. You are welcome. All right. What's out there? What is available for us in the world today? All right. So we have in our grab bag, there are about 15 spots remaining in our grab bag. This is going to be loaded up. A lot of people getting something here tonight. Somebody's going to get a Gold Rush value pack. This is a 3-card pack. Typically, there's at least one auto on one slab in each box, each pack. Not guaranteed, but that's pretty typical. Some huge, insane possibilities are out there as well. We're going to have 3 people get an autographed 8x10 photo. And some are here. Some of these are the headliners. 2 people are going to get an autographed baseball because there's a 30-spot break that you'll get in there. The 2 people, potentially 2 people. In theory, one person can get 2 from that because one team can hit both. Someone's going to get the autographed Giannis basketball photo. It's an 11x14 full-size photo here. JSA on your authentication on the black and white Giannis with green color match signature there for the Giannis autograph photo. And then we have a couple other spots from the single jersey baseball, football, and bat and 2-ball break as well, filling this out. So some pretty good values there. I always say this is my best value that I do for the evening. Then I have in the football, this is a 1 mini helmet, 2 jersey break. We have the Saints available. And then in the full-size batting helmet, we have the Cubs and the Nationals. So it's 1 full-size helmet paired up with 1 autographed jersey. Cubs and Nationals are out there. Everything else, guys, sold out of here. All right, so that being said, let's do our Funko break. We're going to be breaking a couple cases open here. A couple cases open for this. All right, so for this, I need everybody out there, just give me 1 letter from the alphabet. 1 letter from the alphabet. While you do that, we'll figure out which Funko we're going to use. Here's the Funko case. All right. We're going to load it like this. All right. This will be box 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 for our Funko. All right, let's figure out which Funko we're going to use. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 times. Box 3. Box 3. All right, so that's going to be this guy right here. This one. All right, so we're going to use this guy. We're going to set him to the side right there. All right. Now we got to figure out the jersey, also fresh from the case. All right, so the jersey also from a fresh case. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 1 on the top, 6 on the bottom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 times. So the one on the very bottom is the one we're going to use for our jersey. All right, so it's this guy right here. All right, I'll put that back there. Get these out of the way. All right. Now we got to figure out our 8x10 photo. We have numbers 2, 4, 5, 6, 8, and 10 as possibilities still. All right, so 2, 4, 5, 6, 8, and 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 times. Box 2, box 2. Cross that one out from our cheat sheet. Number 2 right there. All right, so 2, 6, and 3. Now, last call on those guesses for your letter. Last call on those guesses for your letter. Because we're going to figure out what letter everybody's going to have in this break. 7 times. Top one will get the letter A, last one letter Z, fill in between. There's 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 times. George is going to have the letter A. Thomas, you're going to have the letter Z. All right. And we're going to refresh this. See what one everybody's got. All right, last call here. Thomas, you have Z. George has A, B. Daniel's got C. George has D. Roman has E. George has F. Thomas has G. Daniel with H. George has I, J, K, L, M, N. Thomas has O. George has P, Q, R. Chris has S. George has T. Troy has U. George has V. Daniel's got W. Vlad's got the X-Man. George has Y. And Thomas has Z. All right, guys. Charles, we can't do the baseball because I got to sell out the. I know, Vlad. It only is for the price point, unfortunately. All right. Yeah, I can't do the baseball yet until I sell those grab bag spots because I had 2 spots, one unpaid or unsold in the break. So, all right, guys, box 2, box 2. So they're not completely full filled. Let's use the OG, our very first. She's about 7, 8 years old now. Let's go box 2, black bag 2. Probably, I'm not gonna lie. I don't think there probably are. It's possible that there's a Japanese player with the letter X, but I don't know. But here we go. How about a little Tim Witherspoon? Tim Witherspoon on the hit, and that's for Daniel. Daniel, a hit right there. Tim Witherspoon. Tim Witherspoon on the hit. Beckett authenticated. Tim Witherspoon. All right, Tim Witherspoon, autograph 8x10. It's purely because it makes the price point. Otherwise, I'd have to charge $20, $19.50 or something, and it's part of the thing. And I tell people, you know what you're buying in going in. Unfortunately, I mean, I've done it this way for 7 years. All right, guys, here we go. Sealed up all the way around. Secondary sealed back there. Get into that. All right, we are looking at a Luke Robitaille. Luke Robitaille. Autographed JSA authenticated jersey. Luke Robitaille. Luke Robitaille. JSA authenticated. All right, George, congratulations. Lucky Luke coming your way. All right, here we go. Sealed up all the way around. Let's go. Let's go. Here we go. So, like, here's the thing I'm going to say about the whole thing is when you bought in to the spot, Glad, you had a chance at every single hit. So, like, that's the way that I sell this break is when you were buying in, you had a chance, 100% chance of getting a hit, 3 hits, essentially. Um, Unfortunately, it's like getting the letter P and not having anything come up with the letter P. The way that works, I know that it stinks. It's the only way that I can make the price point work for this. The way that it works. I don't have a better way to explain that for this. I don't have any breaks where I sell anything ahead of time, knowing that there's no chance. You have no chance. So, like, what I'm saying is, I would not sell a Marlin spot and you have zero chance at a hit for that break. Okay, so I want to point that out. I would not sell a spot where you have a 0% chance. The spots I sold in this break, everybody had a 100% chance when they got into it. Unfortunately, the X, like I said, unlikely. We don't have a checklist for the photos, so I guess it's possible, but unlikely that there is a hit for the letter X. I've been working on the letter X idea. Do I have like some like giveaway, like a pack or something? But I don't there's no great explanation. I get it. Here's a Jordan Alvarez. Jordan Alvarez coming your way, George. All right, Jordan Alvarez. Go. So like I get so like young the Y has a letter. There's a ton of O's, like Shaquille O'Neal. Um, there's just names. Kevin Young, Bryce Young. There's Y's. Steve Young. So every letter has potential hits. Z wouldn't be Zion. Z W's, but we have with Z. Zendaya is a possibility in some of these. And we've had Ben Zobrist come up. Honestly, X is the only thing that we have not had a hit in, and I'll be honest with you, we have not had a hit in the letter X. Hey, Vlad, I get it. I apologize, man. I do a ton of giveaways. I try to be extremely fair. I can't please everybody, but I'm able to make the price point where it is because I'm able to do the 26 letters. So, all right, Jordan Alvarez going out to George. Congrats, George. That's a Beckett authenticated. And I do a ton of giveaways. This one and all right, George. Congrats. All right, George. Jordan Alvarez, Luke Robitaille, and Tim Witherspoon. So we like there, for example, we have a W. But obviously, I'm not selling this to these spots, Vlad, to pull one over on you. I'm not trying to pull one on over anybody. I'm pretty straightforward with everything and try to be as honest and faithful about it all. And, a lot of the breakers you're probably buying with, they're using the profits to buy they live off or whatever. I work in education, and the money I make goes to my daughter's 529 college fund. So it is. We all do it differently, I guess. I'm not trying to pull one over on anybody, that's for sure. All right, so we have ARW for the guesses. ARW. All right, Tom, I've got you with the letter R. I could be wrong, but that's the only correct guess I'm seeing here is the letter R to Tom. I don't see any other AWs. All right, Tom, you're going to get a box of mystery here. All right, Tom. Let's see if we can get you some heat. All right. We're going to have silver, rose gold, and gold. Silver, rose gold, and gold. No, if you knew what was in my daughter's 529 college fund versus what college costs, oh my God. Rose, you got it. Yes. All right, Tom, you've got rose gold. You passed up on the gold. Inside of gold was a pack of Diamond Kings. Diamond Kings baseball. Missed out on that. Then you passed up on the whammy because sometimes it's the itchy and scratchy show. All right, from The Simpsons, the scratchy Funko. Not this time. All right, Tom, you're going to like this, though. How about a Jumbo Select Draft Picks 2022 pack? A little Jumbo love coming your way here, Tom. All right, Tom. But a little Drew Bledsoe, Andrew Booth, Brett Favre, John Mechie, Matthew Stafford, George Karlofanakis, Lamar, Jerry. How about a little Sam Howell, Matt Corral, Devontae Adams, Roquan Smith, Cooper Kupp, Malik Willis rookie right there. Interesting pull. And a Stephon Diggs. Very interesting to see how Malik Willis does this year. All right, those cards coming your way, Tom. Vlad's, I'll be honest with you, Vlad has bought from me and he's been in with me for probably 4 to 6 years now. I'm sorry if I'm not exactly sure how long. A long time. Not always, every week or anything. I hate to have him say he won't break with me, but I can't sit here and say that it's something new and I try to pull one over on him because that's definitely not something I try to do at all. So sucks. I hate it. Did not like that, but it is what it is, unfortunately. And I've been working on how do I do an X. Someone hits an X, what do I do? I want to do something for the X in the future. I just haven't been able to land on what is a good way to go about that. I'm still working on that, to be honest with you. I don't want to change the price point either by if you get X, you're automatically getting an autographed photo or something. Because if I did that, I'd have to increase the price to 20 some dollars. And that $18 price point has just been a really nice price point, I feel like. All right, so Michael, I've got you with the Falcons. I'm just finishing up the mini helmet break. I want to get into the mini helmet break next. Mr. Widows had the Saints and the Seahawks. Let me see who had the Seahawks. All right, Mike C with the Seahawks. All right, guys. We're going to go to the single jersey or single mini helmet and two jersey break. All right, I'm going to hit refresh on this. All right, guys. I'm going to have everybody out there. I want you, Erie Community College. Mr. on QB. That's awesome. I'm assuming that's Erie, Pennsylvania, although I'm not positive on that. But where you live, I don't know if maybe it's Erie County. But if it's Erie, Pennsylvania, that's awesome. My mom's actually in Erie right now. They're Edinburgh, but close enough. All right, I'm going to have everybody out there. You're going to give me 5 NFL players. That's right, 5 NFL players. And you're going to all put them in one line. Put them on one line. If you guess the player comes out of the mini helmet or the jersey, you're going to get a box of mystery. We're talking no whammies. We're talking the good stuff. All right. Boxes 2 and 3 are our placeholders for the jersey. Let me see. We got 2, 3, 4, 6, 8, 9, and 10. All right. 5 players, 1 line. All right. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, and 10. These are the 2 jerseys that are on our break. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 times. Boxes 6 and 8. 6 and 8. Let's grab 6 and 8. All right, 6 and 8 coming on. All right, so 2 and 3 out of here. Get the Colby Gallagher. All right, so this is 6. This is 8. This is box 4. We also have box 11 as placeholders. 4 and 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 times. Box 11. Box 11. There's box 11. Here goes box 4. All right, guys. Still have a few spots in our grab bag if you're interested. A few spots in the grab bag. About a little under 15 grab bag spots. Pretty much almost everything else sold out. We still have one helmet, full-size batting helmet left as well. All right, David has the Cardinals. Michael with the Falcons. Joshua with the Ravens. Brandon's got the Buffalo Bills. David's got the Panthers. Troy's got the Bears. Case has the Bengals and the Browns. Jeff has the Boys. Paul with the Broncos. David with the Lions. Greg has the Pack Attack. Chris with the Texans. Jeff with the Colts. Mark with the Jags. Brandon with the Chiefs. William with the Raiders. David has the Chargers. Joshua with the Rams. David with the Dolphins. Roman with the Vikes and the Pats. Mike has the Saints. Mark with the G-Man. William with the Jets. Daniel with the Eagles. Joshua with the Steelers and the Niners. Mike has the Seahawks. Jose with the Bucks. Chris with the Titans. And Greg sitting on the commode. All right, friends. I'm going to call no more guesses. Good luck, everybody. All right, let's go 6, 8, 11. We'll go in that order. So 6, 8, 11. Let's get our good luck football duck out there. Quack, quack. Here's box 6. Secondary seal, or actually with RSA, it's a main seal. We're going to cut into that right here. We have Mr. Lassiter. Mr. Lassiter from the Houston Texans. Houston Texans, early round draft pick. His first name is Lassiter, Texans. Oh, man. What am I thinking? Kamari Lassiter. Kamari Lassiter, second round pick this in 2024. 2024. I don't know why I was thinking this year. 2024 second round pick. Started every game he's played in. All right, Kamari Lassiter from the Texans. And this is JSA and Kamari Lassiter Player Association. Well, I could have just read it, and it says Kamari Lassiter right there. Kamari Lassiter, Houston Texans. Chris, congratulations. All right, box 8. Quack, quack. Cut into that. Oh, no, I love it. Love it. Oh, that's awesome. We have from the Pittsburgh Steelers, 4-time Super Bowl champion and a Vietnam vet, Purple Heart, Rocky Bleier. Yes, Purple Heart. He was shot while serving in Vietnam, then won 4 Super Bowls afterward. Rocky Bleier. Rocky Bleier right there. That's why it's a red, white, and blue. Love that jersey right there. Rocky Bleier, Pittsburgh Steelers. That's Joshua. Joshua, awesome hit. You don't know the Rocky Bleier story, highly recommend looking it up. He's a great human being. Met him a few times in Pittsburgh. He does acting. He does all sorts of things. And he is a Purple Heart recipient and 4-time Super Bowl champion, Rocky Bleier. All right. Box 11. Box 11. Quack, quack. Front, top, backside, all the good stuff. Another specialty helmet. Another specialty helmet, but this one's a wide receiver. How about this? I think it is. Yes, it is. From the Washington Commanders. How about a little Terry McLaurin? Terry McLaurin on the salute to service. We got 2 salute to service and a USA Vietnam War Purple Heart recipient, Lucky Blair tonight. All right. There we go. Terry McLaurin. Greg. Nice hit. All right. You are welcome. Do we have any scary Terrys out there? All right. Blyer. Any Blyer guesses? Nobody with a correct guess. All right. Everybody put a guess out there. You are going to have a chance here at a very nice Bowman U Chrome 2025 pack. One person's going to get that. As long as you put a guess out there, you're going to get a chance at it. All right, 7 times. 1, 2 has to be a name. Top name is going to, for example, we would take David or Greg. We would not take Love Young. That wouldn't count. We would move down. Hutchinson, that wouldn't count. Has to be a name. All right, 7 times. There's 5. 6, 7 times. Top name getting that pack. Jeff Hawks. The Hawk is in. All right, Jeff. That pack is yours. Let's see if we can get you some heat. All right, Bowman U Chrome 2025 for Mr. Hawks. This is a hot product. All right. There is Nizea Hunter. Nizea Hunter. There is, who do we have here? Baron Morton. Baron Morton. Eli Stowers. Or Stowers. Eli Stowers. The letter B. And Justin Marshall. Justin Marshall. All Bowman first except for Stowers. Or Stowers. All right, those cards coming your way, Mr. Hawks. All right, guys. Give me a second here. All right, collections. All right. Our next break. Oop, Pete Rose. I don't know why Pete Rose isn't showing up. Give me 1 second. Rose. That was George. All right, George. I'll put you on there. All right, this is our three jersey Raz. Three jersey Raz. I'm gonna have everybody out there. You're just gonna guess one player from our list. If you guess a player that comes out of the box and it comes from our list, you're gonna put one name on the chat. If you guess correctly, you'll get a box of mystery. Everybody guesses correctly, will get a box of mystery. It's gonna give me one player. We have boxes 1, 3, 4, 6, 7, and 8 as possibilities here. I'll get the box and then we'll talk about this more. All right, so 1, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 times. Box 7. Box 7. Let me grab that. It's next to the bottom one. All right, box 7's right there. Box 1's adios. All right. So, inside of here is not one, not two, but three jerseys. Sometimes we get two names to come from our list. Sometimes we get three, but one of them is guaranteed to come from our list. So, say we pull out of here a Sammy Sosa, Rick's gonna happy. But then, say we pull out of here I don't know, Fred McGriff. Fred McGriff is not on our list, so we would then razz that off. And all 35 names would have a chance at it, including Rick with Sammy Sosa. All right. That being said, we have Aiden Hutchinson going out to Ken, Allen Iverson to Thomas. Jose's got B. John Robinson, boom next to Rick. Brett Hall to Mike. Brian Urlacher to David. Charlie A.K. Winning Sheen to Jose. Chevy Chase to George. Kurt Schilling in his bloody sock to Case. The Lerm, Dennis Rodman to Chris. Fernando Tatis Jr. to Troy. The late night commercial guy. Frank Thomas to the Dwayne Train. James Cook to James. We've got Roman with JR. We've got Jim Kelly to Chris. Joe the GOAT, before we knew what a GOAT was. Montana to David. Jonathan Taylor, not Thomas, to Jose. Jordan Addison to Roman. Larry Bird to Zach. We've got LaShawn McCoy to Mike. Luis Gonzalez in his bubblegum to Ryan. Matthew Golden to Rick. The Mighty Ducks cast to Zach. Nikolai Jokic to Roman. Peter Rose to George. Reggie for Mr. October, Jackson to Thomas, Ricky 420 Williams to Jose, Ronald Acuna Jr. to Jose, Slam and Sammy to Rick, the Sandlot cast to Zach Attack, Sean has Rick, Slapshot cast to George, David's got Tony Dorsett, and Wade Boggs and Woody Marks going out to Chris. All right, guys, no more guesses. Good luck. We are going to use our Whopper. All right, get a little tasty goodness ready for us. Whopperness, box 7, 3 jerseys in there, loaded up, ready for the good stuff. There's a cut there. One more that way. Give it a pop up. All right. We have a top one not on our list. Not on our list. Ron Darling. Ron Darling on a Mets jersey. And I'm pretty sure that is Ronald on his signature, not just Ron. Ron Darling. All right, so that'll be JSA authenticated on that jersey. Ron Darling will be razzed off. Our next jersey going to be razzed off. Never played in the NFL, but how about a little Rudiger. Never quit. Right there, Notre Dame, made famous from the movie Rudiger. Notre Dame jersey right there. That'll also get razzed off. Our next one also never played professional sports. This guy wore some jerseys in movies he played, though. How about a little Chevy Chase wearing a Clark Griswold, yes, Christmas Vacation Chicago Blackhawk jersey. Chevy Chase on a Blackhawk jersey. That is going to go out to George. George, congratulations, Chevy Chase. Beckett on your authentication right there. Chevy Chase. Clark Griswold. Loving it. Nice hit, George. All right. We are going to be razzing off the Ron Darling and the Rudiger jerseys. All right. All 35 names going to go into random.org. Top name on the 7th time, because it's the order that it was open. Top name will get the Ron Darling. The second name will get the Rudy Rudiger. All right, here we go. 7 times. Top name on the 7th time gets Darling. The second name gets Rudy. There's 2. We're at 3. 4. There's 5. Remember, top name gets Ron Darling. Second name gets Rudy. Here we go. Jim Kelly gets Ron Darling. Brett Hall gets Rudy Rudiger. All right, and lining it up, Jim Kelly is Chris. Chris, you're going to get a little Ron Darling. Ron Darling to Chris. That's JSA authenticated. Let me mark that down. All right. And then Rudy Rudiger is Beckett authenticated. And Rudy is going out to Brett Hall. And Brett Hall is Mike. Mr. Widows, Beckett authenticated for the Rudy jersey. All right. Congratulations, Mike, George, and Chris. And then I saw Jeff said they guessed correctly. Anybody else guess Chevy Chase? All right. Box of mystery for Jeff. All right, Jeff. Jeff, I have a whammy that was designated for you. So if anybody's to get a whammy, Jeff, it is you. It will be meant to be. But I am going to put some good stuff out there in case you do not get the whammy. All right, Jeff. Jeff, we have a silver box, a rose gold, and a babes. All right, Jeff. Which box of mystery are you going to go with, Jeff? Chris, you're welcome. Going with the silver. All right. Jeff, you passed up on the rose gold. Inside of rose gold was the whammy. Meow. The game Operation. Operation sucks. I love you, man. All right, these guys, holding on to them for now. All right, Jeff, you passed up on the babes. Inside the babes was the big one. This was a Prism Jumbo Prism pack from 2024. All right, so we missed out on a Jumbo Prism pack, Jeff. All right, let's see if we can get something from a Topps 2026 Hobby Pack. 2026 Topps Hobby Pack. $2026 love. All right, Jeff. Little Ben Williamson. Warming Beneville. Tyler Stevenson. Patrick Bailey. Blaze Alexander. No pizza. Jacob DeGrom. Andrew McCutcheon. Chase Burns to be so good. Cool Crushers, Philadelphia Phillies. Victor Robles. Troy Johnston. There is Romy Gonzalez. What a year he had last year. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Paul Skeens on a throwback. Oh, that's a beautiful 1991 card right there. Paul Skeens, the best player in baseball. Okay, best pitcher in baseball. Juan Soto right there. Although Schlitter's making a point of trying to put his name in the best pitcher conversation, as is Ironically, from the Dodgers, some pitcher, some guy that hits to. All right, Jeff, you are welcome. All right, guys, I am going to show you what's out there on the site real quick. Just one spot, the Nationals in the full-size batting helmet and jersey break. It also would include the Montreal Expos. So just a heads up on that. The Nationals would include the Expos. Um, I have just under 15. It's somewhere maybe in the 12 range of the grab bag spots. The random grab bag, not a lot of spots remain. You want to go in and jump in and grab a spot. Got about 12 of these. I am going to give you guys about 3 minute intermission here, so to speak, because I want to go in. I want to catch up on the spots that were purchased since our break started. Had quite a few of them, and I just want to make sure that I'm taking care of those on my end. So if you want to grab a spot while I'm doing that, great. If not, go grab a cold one. Um, do what you got to do. I'm going to take care of all these spots that came in since we started, though. So thank you guys. All right. So Matt, Brandon, Charlene, Michael, Troy, Thomas. Got you guys. I think most of these I have in there of the names I just said, but I'm going to double check. Not exactly sure which spot I left off on, but I knew I had George's in there. Gilbert, I'm pretty sure I have your Mets in there. Yep. Thomas, I had the Atlantic. Troy with the Rays. Yep, I had that in there. Michael with the White Sox, I had that. And the Orioles, Michael, I had you with that. I think that's the last one I had in. All right. Michael with the White Sox and Orioles were the last ones. Charlene, I had you with 2 grab bags, Charlene. You were the first, I believe, on the board with the grab bags. Brandon had a grab bag, thank you. Matt I got you with the Southeast. Thank you. All right, Jose, Justin, Richard, Jeff, Paul, Chris, and Troy. Troy, let me see what you had. Troy had a grab bag. Chris had 3 grab bags. Paul had a couple grab bags. Mr. Hawks had 3 grab bags. All right, Tampa Bay Rays going out to Justin. Thank you, Justin. Justin, if you're paying attention right now, I don't know if you got an email. I know that Tom Ross was going to reach out to you about the pylon, and I didn't ship the pylon to Tom just yet, just in case, because I know you're across the country. I didn't want to have Tom ship it, wait to get to him, and then ship it to you. If you guys are able to work something out for that Thurman Thomas pylon, let me know. If not, otherwise, I'll get it out to Jeff or to Tom. But I just wanted to make sure you guys were able to connect. I don't know if you saw the email that he had sent. He told me he sent you an email, Justin. All right, Jeff has the Brewers, the Diamondbacks, the Twins, and the Guardians of the Galaxy. Big Bad Vlad. Vlad, I've got you with the Buccos. See, I'm rooting for you with that, with the Buccos. Vlad. Thomas has the Pacific. I had that already in there. Mike, I got you already. Jake, 5 grab bags. What up, Jake? Tell the better half. I said happy Friday. Mike had the AL East. I had that. Thank you, Mike. Mr. Widows, Jeff P. David, I think I had that one already in there. George, Michael, And David again. All right, David, I've got you in there 3 times for the grab bag. 2, 3. Michael has I got you with the Falcons already. George has a grab bag. Jeff, I've got you in with the Oakland A's. That's Jeff P. Mike, I got you in a couple grab bags. All right. Greg, Philip, Mike, and Thomas. Mr. Sweeney. Grab bag in it. All right, Thomas, got you in with the Cubbies. Thank you, Thomas. We've got Mike in with the Saints. Steelers are playing the Saints in France this year. I already put that in there. Philip has a grab bag. Greg has the Nationals. Thank you, Greg. All right. Nationals to Greg. All right, guys. We are going to do a bat. We're going to do the bat that's from the site. Let me do a refresh. Can't do the TriStar one, the Hit Parade one just yet because we got to get the grab bags sold first. Thank you, Greg. By the way, I did see that. All right, guys. This is going to have everybody out there. You are going to tell me not one, not two. We're going to do 5 baseball players. Any 5 players. If you guess correctly, it comes out of the bat or either baseball. You're going to get a box of mystery. If we have more than three people guess correctly, we'll do packs out there. But if it's 3 or less, everybody will get a box of mystery. No whammies. All right, guys. We know it's going to be baseball 6 and 8. These two right there. What we don't know is if it's going to be bat 1 or 3. 1 or 3 for the bat. 1 is our placeholder. 3 is in the corner of the den. All right, so 1 and 3, 7 times. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 times. Box tray. Box tray. I'm going to get box tray out there. All right. Where is it? There's the number 3. All right. Box 1 out of here. Let me take that out. All right. 3's our bat. 6 and 8 are our balls. All right, give me 5 players on one line. Jeff has the Diamondbacks. Jose has the Braves. Justin Dave. Brandon's got the Bo Sox. Troy's got the Cubs. Gilbert's got the Grapes and the White Sox. Jeff H. with the Reds. Jeff S. with the Guards. David has the Rocks and the Tigers. Case has the Astros. David has the Royals. Greg has the Angels in the outfield. Mike has the Dodgers. David with the Marlins. Jeff has the Brewers and the Twins. Gilbert's got the Mets. Case has the Yanks. Jeff has the A's. Daniel's got the Phillies. Lad's got the Pirates. Albert's got the Friars. Zach's got his Giants. Ryan with the M's. Chris has the Cards. Troy with the Rays. Greg's got the Rangers. Jose with the Jays. And Chris sitting nicely with the Nats. All right, guys. Call in. No more guesses. Get those guesses in if you haven't already. I know it was quick. 5 players. Put them in. Put them in. Put them in. Put them in. If you haven't yet, hit that like button. Let's see if we can get this video to 10 likes for good luck. I don't know what that means, but I always say, let's go for it. All right, no more guesses. No more guesses. We have 6 and 8 out there. 6 and 8. Let's see if we can get some heat. Without the drink. Oh, yeah, big hit. Oh, yeah. Yum, yum, yum. Box 6. All right, here we go. Box 6 sealed up all the way around. All right, David, I got you in there. Secondary seals right there. This was box 6. Ooh, all right. Good ball player. When healthy, he's good. All right, we have a Beckett authenticated Major League Baseball from the Chicago White Sox. Chicago White Sox. How about a little? Oh no, not White Sox. Sorry, Gilbert. No, I owe you, Gilbert. This is a Met. This is a Met. This is New York. Gilbert has the Mets. All right, Gilbert. Woo! Luis Robert. Luis Robert. Gilbert, former Met, former White Sox turned Met. Luis Robert. Going your way, Gilbert. All right, let me write that down for the White Sox. Luis Robert. Oh my God, it said White Sox again. Where's the Mets? Luis Robert baseball. I'm glad Gilbert had those spots because it makes me look better. All right, Gilbert, congrats. Box 8. Sealed up, looking good. All right, secondary seals right there. Oh, big hit right here. Oh, yeah, he's a good young shortstop. Oh, is he a good young shortstop? All right, TriStar authenticated Major League Baseball from my hometown right here. How about a little JJ Weatherholt right there? Look at that, JJ Weatherholt right there. St. Louis Cardinals. St. Louis Cardinals right there. JJ Weatherholt for the Cardinals. Chris, big hit right there. JJ Weatherholt for the Cardinals. TriStar authenticated. Nice hit. From Marsh, PA, right next door to the town I live in. All right, St. Louis Cardinals. JJ Weatherholt. All right, it's bat time. I'm Batman. All right, this is the side that they don't want us opening because they didn't put a fancy opening thing like they did up here. They're just going to have us open it and cut into that seal. All right. Hey, yeah, let's go. Yum, yum, give me some. All right. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. We have an insane hit. This is like one of the biggest hits you could possibly ever get. From the New York Yankees, the greatest spokesperson for anything. How about a little Yogi Berra? That's right. We have a Yogi Berra authenticated Louisville Slugger. Oh my gosh. Yogi Berra right there. Holy cow, what a hit for the Yankees. Case, what a hit. Case, that's an insane hit. Yogi Berra right there. That's awesome. Hey, Case, you know what they say? When you hit a fork in the road, take it. Holy cow. Case, in the name of your daughter's birthday, or whoever's birthday it was, I forget, That's awesome. I think maybe not you, Case. I thought somebody in your family had a birthday this week. But either way, Case, that's an insane hit. That's a Case hit. You are welcome. I'm gonna guess nobody guessed better because we've never pulled a Yogi Berra before, but that's unbelievable. All right, I'm not seeing any correct guesses, but I'll still hook some of it. Well, Jake, happy birthday! Happy 28th birthday, Jake. Holy cow, that was unbelievable. I was within a few decades. I know that. Maybe you're 8. I don't know. All right. Let's put out there. Let's put that other Bowman Mega Chrome pack that I had out there. All right. Someone's gonna get that as long as you put a guess in. Has to be a name. Not a lot of guesses on this one, so good odds. Good odds. Oh, Greg, you got it. There's one, two, three, 4, 5, 6, and 7 times. Mr. Ross, it has been a giveaway night for Mr. Ross. All right, Tom. All right. Remember, just a few spots remaining on the site. If you have a moment or an extra dollar to spare, grab a grab bag. If you don't care. I don't know. I tried to make that right. All right, Tom. This is your Chrome Pack bonus. Hunter Bishop. Hunter Bishop. Austin Hendrick. Austin Hendrick. Rookie of the Year, Casey Mize. Casey Mize rookie right there. Casey Mize good when he's healthy. Bobby Witt Jr., Bowman Chrome rookie right there. Boom. Bowman Chrome rookie, Bobby Witt Jr. There you go. Boom. And a Shea Langleyers. But how about a Bowman Chrome rookie refractor? Bobby Witt Jr. Nice pull. Nice, nice, nice. Nice. All right. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. All right. So everything is sold out except for the grab bags. You want to, you know, you. I see. I guess I got to do more football stuff for the grab bags. I feel like a lot more people buy them when I do football. I was trying to do the baseball and with the autograph Giannis, one of the all-time greats there. But we'll try to do a football one next Friday. I'll try to think of something football related for that. Um, we'll work on that. But here we go. This is what's out there. I mean, someone's getting you can get autographed photos, autographed cards potentially from the value pack, the autographed Giannis photo, autographed baseball, some other spots out there. It's a good value. I guess I always say it's my best value that I do as far as on my end is that grab bag. All right, that's it. Let's do a full size helmet for football. You're welcome, Mr. Ross. Full size helmet football. All right. Everybody out there, for this, you're just going to give me one NFL division. Go ahead, put it in the chat. One NFL division. It's for the helmet and helmet only as far as guesses go. Helmet and helmet only for your divisional guess. All right, 31 is on the table. We also have 89. 31 and 89 are the possibilities on the helmet. 7 times. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 times. 31 is the one that's staying out there. Fox 31. All right, so it's going to be this guy right there, 31. Now we got to figure out the jersey. All right. Just have two jerseys as possibilities here. 1 and 3. They're both going to be out there. 1 and 3 are the possibilities for our football jersey. 1, 3. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 times. Box black bag 3. All right, so 1 out of here. 3. Going with what's good. All right, guys, box 3. All right, give me NFL division. Remember, that division is for the helmet only as far as your guesses go. David has the Falcons, the Cardinals, and the Ravens. Case is the Buffalo Bills. Mark has the Carolina Panthers. Troy has the Bears. Chris has the Bungles. Matt has the Browns. Shirley with the Boys. Jeff has the Broncos. David with the Lions. Chad's got the Packers. David with the Texans. Jeff has the Colts. Chris with the Jags. Brandon has the Chiefs. Case with the Raiders. Stephanie's got the Chargers. Rick with the Rams. David's got the Dolphins. Roman's got the Vikes and the Pats. Daniel's got the Saints. Greg's got the Giants. David with the Jets. Daniel's going to fly, Eagle fly. Michael's got the Steelers. Zach's got the Niners. TQ with the Seahawks. Jose with the Bucks. Chris with the Titans. And Greg is sitting on the commode. No more guesses, friends. No more guesses. All right, we'll start things out with the jersey. This is box 3. Box 3, black bag 3. Good luck, football duck. Quack, quack. The guest member is for the helmet only. Helmet only. Well, how about this? We have a quarterback from the Miami Dolphins, Mr. Quinn Ewers. Quinn Ewers. And is this an authentic? Nope, not an authentic jersey, but wasn't sure. We have a Houston. We have a Texas Longhorn jersey right there. Quinn Ewers. Beckett authenticated. Beckett authenticated jersey. All right, Dolphins. David. I don't know if you've got the dark brown copper Quinn Ewers. I think you might have a white one, if I'm not mistaken. But David, congrats. Little Quinn Ewers coming your way. All right. Box 31. Box 31. Big time. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Sealed up all the way. All right. Pop that way. Sealed up all the way around. Front, back, looking good. Ooh, okay. This guy played all but maybe 1 or 2 of his seasons with one team, but let's see which team it's going to be looking at. Okay, it's a team he played almost his entire career with. He played almost his entire career with this team, and I believe this is going to go out to someone that might be a brand new breaker with us. Might be a brand new breaker. We have from the Cincinnati Bengals on the hit. Cincinnati Bengals. We have wide receiver AJ Green. AJ Green coming out of here. AJ Green on a Bengals hit. That's going to be Beckett on the authentication on an AJ Green. AJ Green hit. Beckett authenticated. I'll put that with it here. All right, so AJ Green, Beckett authenticated on the hit for the Bengals. Congrats, Christopher. All right. We have AFC North. No, you can give up. Not I. AFC North. Um, AFC North. All right, Tom with the correct guess. Tom, you are guessing like a machine tonight. Tom, you are the only AFC North guess. All right, Tom. Christopher, congrats. All right, Tom. Tom, you have been picking the right box all night. Can you continue? Can you continue picking the right box? We'll find out. All right, Tom. We are going to let you pick either a shark, flowers, or babes. Shark, flowers, or babes to Tom. You got it, Tom. All right, passed on the flower power. Flower power had the whammy. Inside of here was a little Sunny D, a little D for you. Little Sunny D socks. Missed out on the Sunny D. Tom, passed up on the Shark Attack. Da-da, da-da. Prism draft picks. Tom, you've been passing up on things for the best pack all night long. I'm just going to tell you right now, this is a monster potential. How about some Prism 2024 Jumbo? Tom, it is your night for the giveaways. Jumbo Prism 2024. Let's get an auto. Come on, let's get an auto out of here. Yeah, if we can open it. All right, Tom. Joey B, Joey Bosa, Derek Stingley, George, Darius, Gino, Derrick Henry. There's Micah Parsons, Willie Gay Jr. How about a Dalton Schultz Prism? Rasheed Rice, TJ Watt, and Jonathan Brooks Prism. Fireworks, Justin Jefferson. How about a Prism Break, Aaron Jones Prism? And a Kool-Aid McKinstry rookie. All right, those cards coming your way, Tom. It's all good, David. It is all good. All right. Let me see something here on my end. All right. I guess I have 15. Looks like 15 grab bags. Let me make sure that's what I have. That number matches up. 16. So, case, I have to put you in. All right. Looks like I have 15 grab bags. Here's the deal. All right. We're going to do a little something extra here as a bonus. As a bonus. These last 15 grab bag spots. Trying to think the best bonus I can do. All right. I am going to give away these last 15 spots as a bonus. And that started already, so if you've made a purchase, the last 15 spots are going to go in to random.org. And I'm going to have 5 people. I can't do all football. Give me a second here. 5 people. I know you guys like football, though. All right. 5 people. We'll do football, mostly football. 5 people are going to get one of these, all right? So, out of these last 15, your names are going to automatically go into the last 15 people. 2 people are going to get bonus autographs, okay? So, someone's going to get an autograph from the 2026 draft class. Someone's going to get an autograph from the 2022 draft class. Someone is going to get a Penn State On It pack with a chance at an On It auto. Someone is going to get a Historic Autographs All-Time Greats Christmas pack. And someone is going to get a 2025 Topps Chrome Football Pack. Monster potential from those. All these things have potential for an auto, actually. So these things are going to go out. These 5 products. I do the last of these grab bags. The last 15, each spot you get gives you a chance at those 5 bonus products. So it's a little incentive to try to sell a few of those here at the end. And not only do you get that, with these last 15 spots that are out there. You're also going to get a chance at the Giannis Auto, 11 by 14 photo, 3 more autographed 8 by 10 photos, 2 autographed baseballs, and a Gold Rush Value Pack with monster potential hits out of that. And then we have additional spots that are available potentially out here as well. So last 15, plus you're going to get a chance at those giveaways that I just talked about. That being said, let me make sure I have everything lined up on here. Let's hit refresh and do our full-size baseball batting helmet. All right. And if you know somebody that would like to buy from Dad Breaks, check it out. All sorts of good stuff at Dad Breaks. We do the Get Referral program, and you'll each get $20 to your future break. All you do is buy in. I'll show you how that works if you're unfamiliar. Go to dad-breaks.com. You go in, you sign up for your Dad Rewards. You use the referral program. You'll get $20. They'll get $20. All they have to do is buy a spot in any breaks, and then in the future, you'll each get a $20 gift card to a future break. That's all you have to do. Very simple. If you have somebody out there you might know that wants to get in, check it out, share it out, have some fun. All right, Case just bought a spot, so I put him in there. All right, let's do that batting helmet. All right, I have box 10 on the table. I also have 98. 10 and 98. You guys are going to give me one Major League Baseball division. You're just giving me the division that's for the helmet. 10, 98. Here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 times. 98. 98. Let me grab that one. Make the swap. There's 9-8. There's number 10. Sorry for the loud noise on that. Hit my new speaker. Hit my new voice activation. All right. For this, I have black bag 1 out there. Looks like we have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, and 10. Hopefully I didn't forget to cross somebody out. That's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10. Hey, it's not that. And E, it was 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 times. Box 7. Good thing I changed it because that would have been wrong. All right, 6, and here's 7. There goes one. Cross that off. All right, guys. We've got George with the Diamondbacks. Jose has the Braves. Michael's got the Orioles. Brandon with the Bo Sox. Thomas with the Cubbies. Michael's got the White Sox. Jeff has the Reds. Thomas with the Guards. David has the Rockies and the Tigers. Case has the Astros and the Royals. Matt's got the Angels in the outfield. Ryan's got the Dodgers. David with the Marlins. Chad's got the Brewers. Matt's got the Twins. Gilbert's got the Mets. George with the Yanks. Troy with the A's. Daniel with the Phillies. Justin with the Pirates. Albert's got the Padres. Zach's got the Giants. Michael's got the Mariners. Greg's got the Cards. Justin with the Rays. Chris with the Rangers. And Greg has the Jays. All right, guys. Colin, no more guesses. No more guesses. Check out those spots. Get a grab bag. Please. I'm a used car salesman tonight. There are 14 grab bag spots remaining. All right. No more guesses. All right, no more guesses. All right, box 7. Box 7. Going to give a cut across the top there. We have from the Cleveland Guardians. Carlos Baerga. All right, from the Guardians, a.k.a. the Indians of the 90s. Thomas, Mr. Ross, you are having a night. Congratulations, Thomas. Carlos Baerga coming your way. All right. You are welcome. All right, get that. Good luck. Game on pizza. Game on pizza all the way around box 98. All right, sealed up. Looking good. Whoop. Maybe. Nope. One cut. There's two. And three. All right, here's our helmet. Take that out. Oh, we have a headliner. Oh, all right, this left-handed hitter is an active hitter, and he is a great hitter. Taking place in Colorado tonight, too. On the Arizona Diamondbacks, we have the young left-handed smasher, Corbin Carroll, on a Chrome Fanatics authenticated helmet right there. Corbin Carroll. What a hit. That is an MLB P 2021 edition on a Chrome Corbin Carroll Diamondbacks helmet. Boom! George, what a hit. All right, George. That is an NL West guess. NL West for the guesses. All right. I've got Rich. Let's go, Duck. NL West. I've got Albert. A.K.A. Tito. A.K.A. Alberto. All right, those are the only guesses I have here. All right, those are the only guesses I have. So We got Richard and Albert. Richard and Albert going for it here. I've got Funkos, he says. I've got Funkos. All right, nice looking lid. He's got Funkos. I've got 14 grab bags. Oh, no way. That's kind of funny. Same one? I actually did remember that same color being pulled. All right. Well, Richard and Albert, you guys will be battling here. Let me get your boxes of mystery together real quick, Richard and Albert. All right, Richard and Albert. You're going to have a choice between gold, police, and flower power. All right. Top name, picking a box of mystery. Picking a box of mystery, Richard or Albert. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 times. All right. Richard, you're going to get to pick a box of mystery here, Richard. Richard. I don't know what Breaker just did. Baseball, this one. Richard, go ahead and make your selection. Richard's getting the police. You got it. All right, Richard. Passed up on Flower Power. Flower Power had 2 packs, a Tops 2009 pack and a Chronicles 2021 pack. Then he passed up in the gold. Inside the gold was the Grammy. Inside here was a itty bitty Funko Pop. Itty bitty Funko Pop, The Nightmare Before Christmas. So not all whammies create equal. You missed out on a Funko. All right. Let me put your name on a sticker here, Rich. All right. All right, Richard. How about a Prism Draft Picks 2021 pack? All right, Prism Draft Picks 2021, Richard. Let's see what you got. You have a Rohan Manda. Rohan Manda. Darren Baker. That is Dusty Baker's son, Darren Baker, the one that was pulled at home plate during the World Series. Brady House. Brady House on a Prism, Silver Prism. You have Adrian Della Castillo. And how about a young burst, Ryan Webb? Ryan Burst, Ryan Thunderstruck. All right, nothing huge, unfortunately, Richard, but those cards definitely coming your way. All right, guys. As always, you are welcome. All right. Well, clearly my incentive isn't good enough. Whew. I think all the breaks are now tied to the giveaways. And I have 14 spots remaining, and that's a lot. All right. What can Dave do to make it more incentivizing? All right, give me a second. Don't buy anything just yet, because I'm going to make it worth your while here in a second. All right. Okay. I am now going to take this out of here, the Penn State pack out of there. We're going to keep your Topps Chrome, your Sage Guaranteed Auto Hobby Pack, so 2 Guaranteed Autos, a Chrome pack from 2025, a Christmas Historic Autographs pack. We're going to replace this. Oh, yeah. With, oh, you guys like football? An autographed football photo. All right, so we'll have 3 autos. All you have to do, these last 15, and someone already bought one of the last 15 spots, Tom did. You're going to get 3 people of these last 15. All you have to do for buying a spot, on top of all this chance you have in the grab bag, someone's going to get an autographed 8x10 football photo. Someone's going to get an autographed rookie from this year's draft class. Someone's going to get an autographed rookie from the 2020 draft class. Someone's going to get a Topps Chrome 2025 pack. Someone's going to get a historic autographs pack, a Christmas pack. With chances at autos, out of every one of these, 3 of those have guaranteed autos. All right. That is what's out there. You guys are much appreciated. You're welcome. Unfortunately, I can't do these final breaks without these, at least some of these spots sold, because everything's tied to the grab bag. Is this incentivizing enough? All right, Jake, I got you in there. Thank you, Jake. You got a chance at all those things. Jake, I'm going to put you in there. Thank you. All right, I'll give you guys, I'm going to step away for just a minute. I'm going to grab a new beer, and then hopefully I can get a couple more of those to plug in. And I appreciate you guys for doing that. All right, I got a brewski here in hand. I've got a Cape May Hazy IPA. Well, koozie. Oh, sweet. You guys are awesome. You guys are pulling through here. I appreciate it so much. All right. I've got to add Jeff, Pete, Richard, Nate, Chris, and Troy. Let me add your names, guys. Thank you. All right. Jeff P. Jeff P. You're getting 2. That is going to have Richard with 1. And I've got about 6 spots maybe remaining, somewhere in that range. Thank you guys. Nate, I've got you in here. Chris, thank you. Got you with 2. And then Troy. So that's going to leave me with 1, 2, 3. Yep, 6 spots. Thank you guys. Only 6 spots remain before we can close this down. Thank you guys so much. Got the guaranteed autographs, 8x10 photo, the football 2026 draft class autograph, 2022 draft class auto, a Topps Chrome 2025. These packs are just like the hottest product out there on the market right now, and a Christmas edition historic autographs pack as well. All right, like I said, I just got 6 spots I got to move. You guys are awesome. Greatly appreciated. Earlier, a little stressful with my mishap with, I don't know if we call it a mishap, but the issue that came up. So Thank you guys for bearing with me on that. The letter X. Not fun. I gotta figure out that. I hate I don't like having that situation come up anyway. Like on my end, I hate it. So, all right. I see another order. So 5 spots remaining. Charlene, thank you, Charlene. I appreciate you. Charlene has come up big. Charlene is waiting for us to bring the basketball back, which it will be back next Friday, Charlene. But I know the way your hot streak has gone with that, you are waiting for that. Troy and Greg. Greg got two. Troy. So I think there's just 2 spots remaining, guys. Yep, just 2 spots remaining. Thank you again. And I'm going to put it in that order. I'm not sure. Topps Chrome, honestly, could be right here in the far left, how popular it is. But because these are guaranteed autos, I'll put it in this order with Topps Chrome and then historic autographs. But honestly, these are going to be either short prints or autos. And the Topps Chrome is just an insanely hot product right now. So um, the people that will be battling that out, we're waiting for 2 more names, but it's going to be starting with Thomas, Jake, Jeff, and both Jeffs are Pete, Richard, Nate, Chris, Troy, Charlene, Troy, Greg, and then I've got one more order here. George with the one, so we just have 1 spot remaining. Thank you, George, by the way. Just 1 spot remaining. This last spot, if you don't get one of the 5 things, you're going to close the evening down. I will make sure you get, if you don't get one of these 5 spots, I will make sure the last person gets a pack of Donruss 2024 football if they don't get one of the 5. So whoever the last person is at least going to get a Donruss football Gravity 2024 pack. So this last person at least going to get something for closing this evening down. Not that anybody's more appreciated than anybody else, but thank you. David, you got it. All right, David, thank you so much. All right, I'm going to put all the names, and like I said, David, if you don't get one of these, um, you're going to get it. You're going to get that Donruss back. So, all right, take this off. List randomizer. Top name on the 7 time gets the autographed 8x10. The second name will get the 2026 autograph hobby pack. Third name gets the 2022 autograph pack. Fourth name will get the Topps Chrome. Fifth name will get the historic autographs pack. All right. And then if David isn't one of those top 5 names, he gets the Donruss pack. There's 3, 4, there's 5, there's 6 and 7 times. So, David, you are going to get that autograph pack, that Donruss pack. Chris is getting the autograph 8x10. Greg is getting an autograph hobby. George is getting an autograph hobby. Chris is getting a Topps Chrome. And Troy is going to get the historic autographs pack. So that's the order. Plus David, because as I promised you, closed it up. You're going to get a little something anyway. All right. We're just going to put this as our placeholder out there. Don't worry. All right. David, this Donruss pack is going to be yours here, David, right there. Chris, your name is getting on 2 of these stickers. Greg, George, guys, thank you so much for helping me out here. I hate being a used car salesman. And Chris, Greg, George. Who am I missing? That's 4. Chris, Greg. Oh, I didn't put George's name. Oh, no, I did. And Troy, that's whose name I'm missing. All right, Troy, you're going to get. This is Troy's pack. You're going to get. It's only 2 cards in there. Huge potential out of them, though. Greg. So George is this one. Um, Greg is this one. And then Chris, you are these 2. All right, David, as promised, you're going to get a little Donruss Gravity Pack as a little love, even though you didn't get something, you close the evening out. So, Christian McCaffrey, Bobby Okerke, Jake Elliott parallel. There is a Jawar Jordan rated rookie, and a little Jonathan Mingo, but a Christian McCaffrey nonetheless. All right, David, those cards, thank you again for closing the evening out. Troy, here we go. Christmas, there's only 2 cards in this pack. There are chances for autos or short prints. The short prints can be very short. All right. Well, you got 2 all-time greats here. All-time greats. They don't have the names on the front, so I'm going to have to cheat. Your first one is out of 50, and it is number 1 of 50, and that is literally number 1. It's the first off the print. Earl Averill. Born in 1902. Earl Averill. Out of 50. Here's another short print. This is going to be Gabby Hartnett. And this is number 13 of 25. 13 of 25. So 2 short prints. Number 1, first off the line, and number 13 of 50. All right, Troy, those cards coming your way. All right, Chris, here's the Topps Chrome pack. This is the biggest wild card of all these packs. All right, Topps Chrome. This is a Zach Ertz to be so good. Patrick Surtain, or Pat Surtain in this case. You have a Christian McCaffrey players. And Evan McPherson Chrome parallel. All right, but a nice Christian McCaffrey and a refractor Chrome Evan McPherson. All right, Chris, that's your first out of the 2 you'll be getting. All right, George, here's your guaranteed auto 2022 pack. All right, 2022 draft class, guaranteed to have an auto out of here. Abram Smith, Darion Kendrick, Grant Morgan, we'll skip the auto, Calvin Turner, Jalen Tolbert, John Mechie. Your auto, how about a Jalen Tolbert auto? That's not too bad. Jalen Tolbert on the auto. All right, George, that coming your way. All right, Greg, 2026 draft class. Some of these guys stayed in school still. CJ Daniels, Tanner Arkin, Roman Henby, we'll skip the auto. CJ Donaldson, you have a parallel Le'Veon Moss. Nice looking card. Le'Veon Moss parallel, peak performer. And a Dakaris Nicholson. Your auto is Omar Graham Jr. Omar Graham Jr. is your auto. All right, Greg, those cards coming your way. Last but not least, Chris, this is a 8x10 football photo. 8x10 football photo. Let's see if we can get you a big one. All right, well, here we go. Former Pro Bowler. How about Mike Williams? Mike Williams on the little bonus auto for you. Mike Williams. All right, Chris, that's coming your way. Let me mark that down for you, Chris. Thank you again. Thank you, everybody. Oh, Jake, that's unbelievable. Oh, David, I'm sorry. All right, guys. Give me about 48 seconds. I'm going to line everybody up with the spots that they have here in the grab bag. All right, guys. I don't know why I said that. We didn't figure out the grab bag yet. All right. For those that are unaware of how this works, the grab bag works like this. These are the spots. All the names. We have an auto. We have the Gold Rush Value Pack. We're gonna have. I don't know if I had 4 autos or not, but we're gonna do 4 autos. Whether I said that or not, we're doing 4 autos. I don't know if I said that. There's 4 autos in here. Did I? Let me see if I said 4 autos. Okay, I did. I wasn't sure if I said that or not, but we're doing it. 4 autos. The Giannis 11 by 14 photo. This is the 2 autographed baseball. These are the teams. Then we have in the single Gold Rush NFL jersey, the Cardinals, Arizona. Then in the single jersey baseball, we have the Diamondbacks, the Mets, Cardinals, Nationals. Then in our bat break, we're going to have the Rockies and Rays. We're going to copy these, and some people are going to be walking away very, very happy. All right, guys. I'm going to paste them. They're going to come back exactly as you guys see it right there. There's 1, there's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 times. Jeff, you're going to get the value pack. So, Jeff, you'll be happy with that. All right, so this is the order in an auto for Jeff. All right, so I'm going to paste these. Looks like Charlene might be getting the autographed photo. All right, let me do this and then bring it back to here. All right. Jeff's getting a value pack. Paul's getting a photo. Thomas a photo. Jeff a photo. Jose a photo. Charlene's getting the honest one. These are the team lineup as seen here. But we're worried about this for now. All right. That for now. Let me put these all out there. Congrats, Charlene. Charlene. No basketball sneaker needed tonight for you, Charlene. All right. We're worried about the photos. And all right, so we'll put this out there. Charlene, here is the autographed Giannis photo that'll be coming your way right there, Charlene. Congratulations. Beautiful, beautiful autograph photo of Giannis. Again, JSA authenticated. All right, photos. We're just going to take 4 out. We're going to leave 10 in there. Number 10 is going to stay in there. I don't need more. And then, Jeff, that is your Gold Rush value pack in the back there. All right, let me mark these real quick. Yeah, I just want to mark Charlene's first. All right. Jeff, let's do your value pack. This is Jeff's Gold Rush value pack right here. We're just going to open it, rip it, see what we got. All right, Jeff, Mr. Hawks, let's see if we can pull you one of those headliners. Well, there's an auto right here. Ooh, okay. Look at this. Vinny Miller from NASCAR autograph. NASCAR auto. So you're going to get a NASCAR auto. And then check this out. This is old school. How about a Ray Allen press pass clear shot rookie? This is a rookie Ray Allen right there. That's pretty cool. Rookie Ray Allen. That might be an actor one day. And then check this out. We have a Project 2020 card. How about a short print Project 2020 slab Ken Griffey Jr.? There you go. You got the kid. Ken Griffey Jr., the slab. Ken Griffey Jr. right there on a Project 2020 short print. All right, not bad. You got a Griffey short print, you got a Ray Allen rookie, and you got an auto. All right, Jeff, those cards coming your way. Mark that down for you, Mr. Hawks. All right. The way this is going to work, I have 4, 5, 6, and 8. 4, 5, 6, and 8, okay? The names that have possibilities here are Paul, Thomas. Thomas has had a night. My gosh, Thomas, congrats. Paul? Like the guesses Thomas's head. Mr. Hawks, you're going to get one of these. And Jose. All right. So the way this is going to work, I'm going to put these four names, and we're going to figure out your photo based on the order. So it'll be lowest to highest. All right. And so the seventh time will be the order. And so the top name will get number 4, then it'll be 5, then 6, and the bottom name will get number 8. All right. So Mr. Jose, you're going to get number 4. Mr. Thomas, you're going to get 5. Jeff, you're going to get 6. And Mr. Paul, you're going to get 8. All right. So again, Jose, this is going to be Jose's right here. Then we're going to have Thomas R. That's yours. Then Jeff, Mr. Hawks, that's going to be yours. And then Paul, this one is going to be yours right there. All right. Let's figure this out. Good luck, everyone. This is Paul's. Paul, this is going to be your 8x10 photo. Paul, you're going to get a little Jerry Judy. Jerry Judy love. All right, so Jerry Judy, not bad. Autograph College, Alabama against Ole Miss. That's one out to Paul. Mr. Hawks. Jeff, this is going to be your autograph photo. Well, that's a good one. How about this? How about a George Springer? George Springer, it's with his Astros. But there we are, George Springer on the autograph photo for Mr. Hawks. Hey, Jeff, congrats. George Springer. All right, Tom. Oh, Thomas. This is going to be yours. You're looking old school. A little Otis Sistrunk. Otis Sistrunk for Tom. Old school football right there. Otis Sistrunk. Last but not least, Jose. Jose. Let's go, Jose. All right, Jose. Oh, big hit right here. Allen Iverson. Nice hit, Jose. That's a cool photo. Look at that. Allen Iverson on the hit for Jose. Nice pull, Jose. That's what I'm talking about right there. Jose with the AI. All right, let me mark these down real quick. All right, I'll figure that out more later. We got to go in and do who is getting the baseball spots. All right, I'm just going to copy and paste these. Nate, I didn't even notice it. All right, baseball. The 2-ball break. I've got those. Jeff with Diamondbacks all the way to Jake with the Nets. Troy has the Cardinals in football. And then we're going to have Jake. You're going to get the Diamondbacks in baseball. All right, you'll be happy with that, especially if it hits. We've got you also with the Mets in baseball in the single jersey. Chris has the Cardinals in baseball. And George has the Nationals in the single jersey baseball. Then Chris, you're going to have the Rockies in the bat and 2-ball break. And Charlene is going to have the Rays in the bat and 2-ball break. All right. Thank you guys for that. All right. With that being said, let's do our single jersey football break. I don't know who Mr. Hollywood is, but what up? All right. Single jersey football break. Actually, yeah, do baseball. We're going to do baseball. Sorry, let's do the baseball one. just because we can roll right into this because it's the last one from the case. All right. I want everybody out there real quick. Give me one Major League Baseball team. Put that in the chat real quick. One Major League Baseball team. Put that in the chat. I'm just filling these in. And then I got Jeff. Mr. Hawks has the George Springer. And Jerry Judy went to Paul. All right. Greg, I'll let you guys know. Once I do this break, I'll give you more of a heads up on the future ones. How's that sound, Greg, after this break? All right. Jake has the Diamondbacks. George has the Braves and the Orioles. George also has the Bo Sox. Troy has the Cubs. David with the White Sox. George with the Reds. Williams got the Guards and the Rocks. David with the Tigers. George has the Astros. David has the Royals and the Angels. Charles has the Dodgers. George has the Marlins. David with the Brewers and the Twins. Jake has the Mets. George has the Yanks. David with the A's, Phillies, Pirates, and Padres. Zach's got the Giants. David's got the Mariners. Chris has the Cards. David has the Rays, the Rangers, and the Jays. George with the Nats. All right, guys. I'm going to call no more guesses. Everybody guessed correctly here. You'll get a pack. Every single person. All right. Good luck. Let's go. Big hit Hall of Famer. Box 4. Last one from the case. Cut into that right there. See what we got. Ooh, look at this. So we had a Marlins hit earlier. How about a Tampa Bay Rays? Wade Boggs. Tampa Bay Rays. Wade Boggs on the Rays hit. Look at that, David. Tampa Bay Rays on the hit. Wade Boggs. That's cool. That is real cool. We had a Marlins and a Rays hit in the same break night. That's cool. Wade Boggs. All right. This Chronicles pack is going to somebody. No, you don't need to know because it's already coming your way. You'll see in a little bit here, David. Sorry your phone's not working. Hopefully it's working by the time you leave tomorrow and have a good time. 2, 3, 4 has to be named. 5, 6, one more makes it 7 times. Jeff! All right, Jeff. That Chronicles pack, Mr. Sandoffer, is coming your way, Jeff. All right, let me put your name on it. All right, Jeff, here we go. Jeff, you are going to get a little David Ortiz. A very thick Joey Votto. Joey Votto, very thick card there, Joey Votto. Manny Machado. Anthony A to the Rizzo. And last but not least, a little Tim Anderson. All right. Some really good ball players. Hall of Famer. He's borderline probably Hall of Famer, future Hall of Famer. Hall very good, and a very good shortstop, former All-Star. All right, Jeff, those cards will be coming your way. All right. You were asking what spots do you have? All right. Let's see. Did you get in the bat? You're not in the football. Ooh, what did I do? Nope, that's. Give me 1 second. That was the grab bag. That was baseball. Rays and Rockies. Nope, you didn't get in the baseball. So you got. Give me 1 second here. Mm, just want to make sure I had that right. All right. So the baseball break you're going to be in, Greg, is going to be this one right here, and I'll refresh that now. But it's not the break we're going to do. But this will give you an idea, Greg. You've got the Braves and our two baseball breaks. You're going to have the Braves, the Tigers. Maybe that's it. Did you just have two spots tonight in this grab bag, Greg? I just want to make sure that I'm seeing you with the Braves and the Rockies. The Braves and the Tigers. Sorry, Greg. Braves and the Tigers. All right, guys. It's time for a little football. You had five. All right. Well, maybe I can't count. I've only got you with two grab bags, Greg. Yeah, I'm looking at the stuff. I only have you with two grab bags tonight, Greg. Just two. You should go through. It was order 20466. There's two grab bags. That's the only two I have for you for the grab bags. I don't know. Maybe you had ones that didn't go through, but that's the only two I had for you, Greg. Was 20466 for grab bag. Yep, Jeff. That's a. It's a case. It's a new case. That's why I don't have it out there. It's gonna be the last one, unfortunately, tonight. Sorry, Greg. Jeff. Yeah, I don't have you for that, Greg. You can check the order, but I'm looking at what I have for you, Greg. I don't have that. I, so here I'll type the order numbers that I have, but I don't. I definitely don't have that. Maybe your order of three didn't go through, but on my end, it's definitely not showing. 20466, 20455, 20412, 20408. These are the order numbers that I have. Those are the four order numbers that came through, Greg, for you. All right. We're going to do this football break right here. It's box one on the table. We also have boxes 2, 3, and 5. 1, 2, 3, and 5 are the possibilities for this break. I'm going to have everybody out there, just like we did with the baseball, give me one football team. If you guess correctly, everybody get a box of mystery. All right, so we got 1, 2. No, that's not 2. 2, 3, and 5. 7 times. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 times. Box 3. Box 3. Give me one NFL teams. All right, here comes box 3 on. Box 1 is out of there. All right, guys. I've got Troy with the Cardinals, Jared with the Falcons, Troy's the Ravens and the Bills, David with the Panthers, Troy with the Bears, David has the Bungles, William's got the Browns, Jared with the Boys, David's got the Broncos and the Lions, Jared's got the Packers, David with the Texans, Colts, and Jags, William with the Chiefs, David with the Raiders, Jared with the Chargers, David has the Rams, Dolphins, Roman's got his Vikes and the Pats, taking charge for his wife here as well. William's got the Saints, David with the Giants, George has the Jets, Troy, we've got Tony with the Fly Eagle Fly. What up, Tony? George with the Steelers, Zach's got the Niners, David with the Seahawks and the Bucks, George has the Titans, David sitting on the road. All right, guys, no more guesses. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Game one. Box 3. Secondary seal right there. All right, we're going to cut into this area right here, see what we got. The number 1. We have Deebo Samuel, and that's a Commander's jersey. This is Commander colors here, guys. We have a Washington Commander. That's not a 49er. That is a Commander. That is David. Sorry, Zach. This is definitely Commander red. I know it looks 49er, but definitely a Commander hit on this. Oh, yeah. You can see that even more right there. I don't know if it's showing on the camera well, but that will definitely show the Commander color versus 49er color. It was showing on here. It really shows right there. So I just wanted to make sure. Didn't want to make anybody upset or anything, because I understand. This Devo is going to go to the Commanders. David on the hit. Devo Samuel. All right, David, back-to-back hits here. You'll find out in a little bit. Greg, I just want to make sure you're good. Everything's good on your end, and it lines up. Um, but on my end, I did not see that order of 3 grab bag spots you mentioned. All right, David, congrats. All right, Commanders on the guesses here. Tom is insane. Tom, you're welcome, dude. And Tom, you are fired tonight. Absolutely fired. So, Tom, you need to go play the lottery. All right, Tom. Do you want some police, some trash, or some gold? Tom, you got it. Tom, you got it. Gold it is. All right, Tom, that means you passed up on the Jumbo Chronicles 2021 Jumbo Packs. You missed out on the Jumbo Pack. Then, you passed up on the Whammy. Inside of here was the Whammy. This was a Skibbity Toilet. Your very own Skibbity Toilet minifig. All right, you missed out on that crap. All right, Tom. You are going to get a pack of, look at that, Totally Certified 2024. All right, Totally Certified 2024 Panini. All right, here we go. How about tip Ryman, Tip Ryman, rookie. A Aaron Jones, A.J. Brown, and a Josh Jacobs. All right, so you got a Tip Ryman rookie, Aaron Jones, A.J. Brown, and Josh Jacobs. All right, those cards coming ready, Mr. Ross. All right, guys. 2 more breaks. No, 3 more breaks remain. 3 more breaks remain. All right. We're going to do back-to-back baseball breaks. This one is a 2 RSA baseball break. 2 RSA baseballs. I have 4 here. We're going to use 2 of them. So it's going to be 3, 6, 7, and 8. 2 of those are going to be in this break. You guys are welcome to discuss trades because these are all spots from the grab bag. This is the grab bag spot break. You guys are welcome to discuss trades here. Seriously, Tom. All right, feel free to discuss trades. We're going to figure out which 2 baseballs we're going to use. Again, 3, 6, 7, and 8. So 3, 6, 7, 8. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and top 2 numbers will be used 7 times. 7 and 8. 7 and 8. All right. So 3 and 6, 3 and 6 out of here. All right, 7 and 8. If you guys want to make a trade, go ahead. Feel free to discuss it. We have in this break Jeff with the Diamondbacks. Greg has the Braves. Mike has the Orioles. And by the way, just give me one Major League Baseball division if for your guess. That's all you need to do. We'll take one person for a giveaway on this. One person for a giveaway. All right. Mike has the O's, Chris with the Red Sox, David's got the Cubs, Jose's got the White Sox, Case with the Reds, Richard's got the Guards, Jake with the Rocks, Greg has the Tigers, Troy with the Astros, Richie with the Royals, George with the Angels, Jake has the Dodgers, David with the Marlins, Troy with the Brewers, Chris has the Twins, David with the Mets, Mike has the Yanks, Chris has the A's, David with the Phillies, Jeff has the Pirates, Nate has the Friars, Jeff has the Giants, Paul has the M's, Philip has the Cards, Shirley with the Rays, Brandon with the Rangers, Jake is the Jays and the Nets. All right. Anyone want the Padres? Padres for Rockies is the question. All right, last call on the guesses. I don't see any trades go down in the next 10 seconds. We'll call no trades. Sorry, Jake. And he's like, anybody but the Rockies. I don't like Larry Walker. All right. No trades. Let's get into this. And no more guesses. All right, my championship ring right here. A glitz of the glamour. 7 and 8. This is box 7. Good luck, everybody. Padres for White Sox. Jose, do you want? Oh, no, Jose's not going to want to do that. I think Jose would probably prefer the White Sox. I'm not positive on that. I'm not sure. Jose, are you in the chat still? I'm not even sure if Jose's still here. Yeah, Jose, I don't know if he's still here. So we're going to move on. Sorry. Not a bad offer. Although the last time the Padres and the White Sox hooked up, the Padres got Fernando Tatis Jr. for James Shields. That didn't work out too well for the White Sox. Box 7. Box 7. Sealed up. There's our baseball right here. Hall of Famer. Oh, I know this signature. White Sox hit right there. White Sox hit right there. Frank Thomas. Frank Thomas on the hit for the White Sox. Jose right there. Frank Thomas. Baseball Hall of Famer Beckett on the, or no, Major League Baseball on the, no, Beckett on the authentication on a Frank Thomas baseball. Nate, sorry. All right, Frank Thomas going out to the White Sox. All right. Box number 8. Box number 8. Let's get a whopper on that. Box 8 sealed up all the way. Rip it, then ship it. Rawlings Baseball. Major League Baseball JSA. Multiple inscription. Oh my God. Insane hit here, guys. This is a monster of a hit. Mike Widows is going to be the happiest person I've ever seen. JSA. We have a Major League Baseball. Look at this. How about a Rick Dempsey auto right there? But that's not all, guys. Rick Dempsey and Brooks Robinson. What a hit! What an insane hit here, guys. Brooks Robinson and Rick Dempsey. RSA, my rep told me they hooked us up with this series. All right, my rep told me we got like 16 baseballs in this series. My rep told me they hooked us up. Holy cow, did they hook us up? Brooks Robinson right there. Boom! What a hit for the Orioles. That's awesome. Did I seriously say division? In AL Central and AL East for two. Oh, well. If you guess either one of those, you're going to have a chance for a box of mystery. AL East and AL Central. Oh, just more the merrier. David, Tom, and Nate, you guys have that right. Jay Perky, that's Jeff. Jeff, you have that correct. Jeff P. Chris, you have that correct. All right, I've got David, Tom, Nate, Jay Perky, aka Jeff, and Chris. All right, I'm going to put 3 boxes out there. There are going to be 2 whammies and 1 huge potential hit. So I'm just going to tell you right now, there are 2 whammies and 1 potential monster. All right, so that's how this one's going to work. 2 whammies, 1 potential monster. But I don't think all whammies are bad. All right. All right, top name, going to pick a box of mystery. 2 whammies, 1 monster potential. But not all whammies are bad. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 times. All right, Jeff. Jeff P. Jeff P. You get to pick a box of mystery here. Jeff P. picking a box of mystery. Going with the gold. All right, Jeff. That means you passed up on the huge potential. So you're going to get a whammy. Because in here was a hobby pack with at least 1 auto. Could have been 2 autos or 1 memorabilia card. So you missed out on that. All right, Jeff. Then he passed up on silver. Inside of silver was a whammy. And in here was a Dog toy, Heinz ketchup. That's right, this guy right there, Heinz ketchup. Dog toy, Pittsburgh's finest. All right, so you missed out on the Heinz ketchup dog toy. But not all whammies are created equal because you're going to like your whammy. Woo! Because this whammy is the Itchy and Scratchy Show. All right, you're getting a Scratchy the Simpsons Funko, courtesy of Justin. Justin, again, thank you so much. This Funko coming your way. All right, Jeff. You're welcome. Welcome. All right, guys. Nice hits, nice hits. We're going to stick with that baseball theme because I have to end it on football because I got that massive case to end the night. We're going to go baseball here, guys. All right. We're going to refresh this so it shows every name. And for this, I want everybody to give me 5 Major League Baseball players. 5 players, 1 line. If you guess correctly, it comes out of either box, any of the 3 boxes. You're going to get a box in mystery. Now, we know moving forward, this is the last hit parade box that we have. Last hit parade. It is box 86. We're using this one. It's the last one. Gold Rush finally came out with a new product for bats. So starting next Friday, we'll be using the new Gold Rush case. So be on the lookout for the brand new Gold Rush bat cases. That said, we got to figure out the baseballs. We know we're using bat 86 for the bat. Baseballs, we have 1, 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 10. So we were missing 4 and 9. 4 and 9 from the baseballs. All right, one time, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 times. 5 and 8, or 8 and 5. All right, 5 and 8, 8 and 5. Let's get that going. 5 and 8. All right, 5 and 8. 1 and 2. All right, so let's put our little baseball note back out there. That's pretty cool, Nate. That's why when I got my Heinz tattoo, my tattoo artist was not from Pittsburgh. She's from not far, but just outside of Pittsburgh, from Pennsylvania. And she didn't know anything about the number 57. I was like, "Are you kidding me? How do you live in Pennsylvania?" I'm not. She grew up an hour and a half from Pittsburgh. How did you not know? So I had to make sure that 57 was put on the tattoo. All right, guys. We've got George with the Diamondbacks and the Braves. Chris has the Orioles. Brandon with the Bo Sox. Jose's got the Cubs and White Sox. Richard with the Reds. Mark has the Guardians. Chris has the Rocks. Caleb has the Tigers. Case has the Astros. David's got the Royals. Troy's got the Angels in the outfield. Charles has his Dodgers. David with the Marlins. Chad's got his Brewers. David with the Twins. Ryan's got the Mets. Case has the Yanks. Thomas with the A's. That's TQ with the A's. Troy has the Phillies. Case has the Pirates and the Friars. And Zach's got his Giants. Richard's got his M's and this hoping for that big time hit with the M's. Chris with the Cards. Charlene with the Rays. Chris has the Rangers. Mike's got the Jays and the Nats. Hoping for an Expo. All right, guys. No more guesses. Oops. That was the wrong button. Yes. Give the HP full size and Robert Jackson. Robert Jackson. I don't know if I have a Robert in that break, but Christopher got a hit in that. Why do I not have a Bob, a Robert? But we did do the HP full size. We pulled an AJ Green Bengals helmet and a Quinn Ewers Miami Dolphins jersey. And we have a full size Gold Rush helmet to end the night. All right, guys. Good luck, everybody. Life is like a box of mystery. You never know what you're going to get. All right, this is box 5 right here. Box 5 sealed up. All right, secondary seal. Going around doing its thing. Let's go. Oh, here we go. Hall of Famer. Hall of Famer. It's not Lou Whitaker. Telling you right now, it's not Lou Whitaker, Rawlings, Major League Baseball, but it's his dynamic duo partner, Alan Trammell. Alan Trammell. Caleb coming up right here. Alan Trammell. Take Caleb. Congratulations, Caleb. Well, Alan Trammell, 6-time All-Star Hall of Famer. Detroit Tigers. All right, Detroit Tigers. Alan Trammell. All right. Let's go. Box 8. Box 8. I grab Spoony. Ouch! My bum bum. All right, secondary seal right there. Coming around. Looking for some goodness. All right, there we go. All right, I'm going to have to look this up. Draft pick, recent prospect, TriStar authentication. We have Trey Morgan. Trey Morgan. Is Trey Morgan still in the Devil Rays organization? Trey Morgan. Trey Morgan. Trey Morgan. All right, that is a Devil Ray still. All right, or the Rays, I should say. Trey Morgan, 2023 draft pick. Trey Morgan. He is number 80 prospect in the game. Trey Morgan for the Rays. All right, Tampa Bay Ray prospect Trey Morgan. All right, Tampa Bay Rays on the board here. Charlene getting a grab bag spot. Trey Morgan. All right, grab bag coming up big here. Charlene got a couple of hits from her grab bags. The Giannis and now a Trey Morgan. Congrats, Charlene. Charlene, if you want to read up on Trey Morgan, there's an info on Mr. Morgan. You can come back and pause that and read up on Mr. Morgan's. Vikings. Robert, what's your first name, Robert? No, Robert, you're in our next break. Robert, you have not the hit parade. You have the Gold Rush. You're in our very next break. Robert, the very next break we're doing is a Gold Rush full size. That's the one you're in. It's our very next break. We had to wait on that because it's a full size. It's the last one and it's the next one. So you're good to go, Robert. Very next break. All right, guys. Last one of the whole series, box 86. Box 86. This is the barrel. That's the side they want us to open. So I'm just going to show you the knob end right down there. That's the side they don't want us opening because they put a name, a cheat sheet, if you will, on this side. All right, guys. I'm gonna get Clemente out there. All right, I'm going to use that version of Clemente from our nesting doll and give it a little tap. All right. Let's go. It is a Rawlings authenticated Major League Baseball bat. Where did I... let me see something here. All right, that's what I thought. That is what I thought. All right. From the Minnesota Twins. Minnesota Twins. Brandon Winokur. Brandon Winokur from the Minnesota Twins is our hit. Prospect for the Twins, top prospect for the Twins. Brandon Winokur. Brandon Winokur. Minnesota Twins on the hits. All right, congratulations, David. David is bat happy with us. Minnesota Twins, Brandon Winokur. All right, David. Also, prospect read up if you want. Brandon Winokur right there. There's your prospect read up on Brandon Winokur from the Minnesota Twins. Couple third round draft picks back to back from 2023. Isn't that something? Minnesota Twins. All right, these were tough games to guess. I'm going to guess no one guessed Trammell. All right, those were tough ones. I'm going to still give away a couple items here. We'll do a Chronicles 2022 and we'll do a Topps 2009 pack. As long as you put a guess in, you're going to have a chance here. I want two people to go home happy here. Top name gets the Topps pack. Second name gets the Chronicles pack. There's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 times. All right, that's going to go out to Jeff and then Troy. Jeff P. and Troy. Jeff P. and Troy, and I'm going to get us set up for our last break of the night. Jeff P. and Troy. All right. Jeff P., this is your pack. Troy, this will be your pack. Troy, Chronicles 2022 pack. All right. You have a Jake Berger, a little Jake Berger rookie. A Chaz McCormick. A German Marquis. And John Heasley. John Heasley. Nothing huge. Nothing huge. Jake Berger. All right, Jeff P. This is a 2009 Topps. We're going to throw it back. That's hard to believe. That's 17 years ago. All right. You have a Cito Gaston. Cito Gaston. Frank Thomas in an A's jersey. Francisco Liriano. You're looking at a Josh Outman. Good name for a pitcher. David Ortiz. There's a Tim Lincecum. Miguel Montero. Will Venable, the manager now. Omar Vizquel. Jojo Reyes. Ramon Castro. And Jeff Baker. All right. Couple Hall of Famers. Jeff. All right, friends. It's our last break of the night, and we'll have stuff for our break next Friday on the site in a few minutes if you are interested. Thank you guys so much for spending your hard-earned time, your money with me. I do not take that for granted at all, and I truly mean that when I say that. I hope it comes across that way. As someone that didn't grow up with a lot of riches, I understand. And I hate being a used car salesman when I need to be with a grab bag, so I apologize. All right, guys. Last break of the night. Everybody out there, you're going to give me 2 NFL teams. If it comes out of the helmet or the jersey, you're going to get a pack. Every single person that guesses a team correctly here is getting a pack. All right? Every single person. 2 teams, you can get a pack. You stuck around to the end, you deserve it. All right, so the way this is going to work, we're going to open up this case, and I'll number the top one for you to get an idea. All right. Upside down. Darn. Sometimes I don't put it like that. All right. Box 1 and 2. All right, so this would be 1, this will be 2. 3 is going to be behind this. 4 will be behind box 2. I hope Robert stuck around and was able to see. I know he said the thing about what he had earlier, but hopefully he stuck around. All right, so we got 1, 2, 3, and 4. There's 1. He said HP, and that threw me off, so that's why I was curious, and hopefully he did. There's 5, 6, and 7 times. Box 1. Box 1. All right, so it's going to be this guy right here. Easier to get him out. Box 1. All right. Jersey, we know we're going to be using this one. The last one. Oh, no. We're not using it. We're using RSA for this. Box 2 is our placeholder for the jersey. We also have box 3, 4, 9, and 10. 2, 3, 4, 9, and 10. Seven times. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 times. Box 4. Box 4, let me grab that. Box 4 replaces box 2. All you have to do is give me 1 team, and if it comes out of either box, or 2 teams, comes out of either box, you're going to get a box of mystery. All right, David, you've got the Cardinals, and you're behind. Shaggy, it wasn't me. Got the Falcons. David with the Ravens. Mike has his Bills. Christian with the Panthers. Tony with the Bears. Christian, I know you're looking for a CMC. That's what Christian's going for. Tony with the Bears. Jeff with the Bungles. Chris with the Browns. Jeff has the Boys. George with the Broncos. David with the Lions. Chad's got the Packers. Dwayne Train with the Texans. Jeff has his Colts. Chris with the Jags. Brandon L with the Chiefs. Brandon S with the Raiders. Rick has the Chargers. George with the Rams. Case has the Dolphins. Robert's got the Vikes. Robert, hopefully you're able to check this out. You're still here. You have the Vikes. George has the Pats. Troy with the Saints. Jeff has the Giants. George with the Jets. George Jetson. Rick has the Eagles. Jeff has the Steelers. Zach's got the Niners. TQ with the Seahawks. David with the Bucks. Dwayne Train with the Titans. William sitting on the commode. All right, guys. No more guesses. Good luck. Last break of the night. We're gonna pull out the stops here. We're gonna get Knuckles. Knuckles. Oh yeah, Knuckles. Good luck charm right here. Box 4. Box 4. Seal is there. It's all the way around. Good luck. Box 4. Jamar Chase. Boom. What a hit. For the Bengals. Jamar Chase on the hit. That's a monster. Monster hit, Mr. Hawks. Jamar Chase. Boom. Hopefully, Mr. Hawks, you're still around. If not, he'll wake up a happy camper with that. There he is. There he is. He's there. All right. Back it on the authentication. All right. Box one. Gonna be hard to top on Jamar Chase. Can we do it? Knuckles pulling out all the stops. Ooh, it's a team we've already seen tonight on a helmet. If it's a team we've seen on a helmet, that's a hint. But it's not a giveaway. On the Washington, or on a jersey, I think. On a jersey. From the Washington Commanders. How about a little Joe Theismann? And it says Go Skins. He's like, I'll sign the Commander helmet, but I'm going to sign it Go Skins. All right, Joe Theismann. Look at that. William. Off the schneid. William with the big hit, and Chase. Just both Towsleys with big hits tonight. Woody Barrett and Joe Theismann. Joe Theismann. Or Theismann. All right. If you guessed Bengals, or if no one guessed correctly, we'll figure this out. Bengals or Commanders? Bengals or Commanders? Bengals or Commanders? And I don't know if anybody did. All right, no one guessed correctly. Unless I missed somebody, I don't have anybody with a correct guess. So you know what? Let's end the night. Someone's going to get. You stuck around this long. We'll get two people with prizes. Two people with prizes. How about that? Someone's going to get a Prism Draft Picks 2023, and we'll do a little Donruss Gravity Love. All right. Hopefully you guys are here. If not, you'll end up with a little bonus love you didn't know you were getting. All right. 7 times. Top name is getting a Prism Draft Pick. Second name, getting a little Donruss love. There's 4, 5, 6, and 7 times. Tom Ross. Look at you, Tom. Even when he doesn't get it right, he gets it right. Tom Ross, you're getting the bonus Prism Pack. And then Jeff P, you're going to get the Donruss Pack. All right. Tom Ross, go to the lottery right now. All right. Jeff P. All right, Jeff P, this is yours. Tom, this is yours. All right. Jeff, this is yours. You're getting a little Zach Martin. Tyler Lockett, a parallel press proof Edwin Cooper. How about a Spencer Rattler rated rookie and a Foy Olukin? All right, so you got a couple rated rookies out of your pack. Well, something. All right, Jeff P, that's yours. Tom Ross, your night is not over. Present draft picks. Let's go. 2023. DJ, don't call me a cassette tape more. Steve Young on a BYU. Zach Evans, rookie. Kenny McIntosh, and you're going to end it with a little student orientation, Miles Murphy. All right. Those cards coming your way, Mr. Ross. Go to the Florida Lottery right now. All right, guys. Well, congrats, everybody. Thank you. Take care. God bless. Thank you so much for everything. If you have any questions, just feel free to reach out.